and that should go live in just a second. We'll hop right in here. For those who missed what we've got going in Kenshi, we had been doing the Crab Raider run. Ultimately, we were running the Universal Wastelanders expansion mod pack. That got to be changing just too much, and I wasn't really enjoying it towards the end. And then also the crabs ate, like, an absolutely unreasonable amount of food. And so every time I'd go, I'm going to go attack that tower to try and get that stuff, I would spend, like, an hour of stream going through, like, all of the different areas to buy up all of the fish and all of the food we could, to then go to the tower, and then finish the tower, and then run back and repeat the process every time. So it was just very laborious on collecting the food just to allow the crabs to participate. So then I left the crabs behind, but like all our characters, our stats are kind of all over the place because the crabs are doing all the damage in every fight while our people were defending. Oh, right. That's right. We were holding our position here because we're going to be building a base here in Shem, which is kind of this cool... I didn't actually mean to do that. This cool, like, sort of oasis deserty place. Because at first it's like, Shem, it's probably got terrible stats. The soil fertility is probably terrible. The water's probably terrible. The stone's probably terrible. And it's none of those things. If we actually do the prospecting here, like, the water is good, the fertility is great, the stone is good, the iron is decent, the copper is decent. And it's like, oh, you're just actually just a good place in general. Where are you going? Oh, we're all got back up, so they're repositioning. But yeah, so we're holding here. Meanwhile, we've got our group who's going to be our team for building stuff, who has apparently split up, which I hate. Why have you split up? But they're on their way. The Troublemakers is our main combat squad. They go out, cause trouble, do all that stuff. But we're planning on building our base literally like right here. So pretty much the idea is I'm just kind of holding position with our combat group because we've got enemies running through. I might have to go back and have this group escort the others in. But they've got, like, the very, very basic supplies to start constructing a base. And they're going to start working on that, and then meanwhile, Rual's team is going to start running around and causing trouble. As you can see, they're getting a little roughed up from the things there. You can see there's a, well, there was a dead beak thing around us. We've got a bunch of band of bones lying around us. So, it's as well as things that there are some kind of tough enemies in the area. So we're just trying to get everyone in position real fast. There's some beak things over there too, who are currently attacking someone, or they were. Now they are eating someone. Lovely. Alright, where are the others? Which one is that you're running by? Oh, the way station. That's fine. Alright. Yeah, so I just trying to get this group over there real fast to get things started. Grab our hive time. Yeah, so you can see down there is where we're heading to. So we just need to watch because there was beak things over here that were eating people. And while we can handle a beak thing, a couple of beak things, there is a beak thing down there. A couple of beak things for this group. That's not ideal. Are you at least hurt? No, they're absolutely perfectly good health. Alright. And we're gonna suck at sneaking. It's also daytime, sunny, and out in the open, so... You know, none of those are working in our favor. You started yourself with some protein drinks to supplement your diet to possibly help gain weight? Gotcha. We're gonna have to get the combat team in here. Hopefully I can split this up into 2 groups. So I fight one beak thing, then the other. Oh, man. So there's 4 beak things over there. I think the other team is over here. Yeah, so the other team's way over there. That is one downside of this location, is there are a lot of beak things around here. Beak things are pretty much awful. They're one of the more dangerous things in the game here. These three cannot handle a beak thing. Yeah, so they're right over there by the village. Alright, so we are gonna have to go over there and deal with it. I don't particularly want to deal with it. Man, there's that group over there, like 5. Yeah, so there's the village. Yeah, so there's the beak thing that's on its way over there. So let's just run and go and deal with it. You looked at it, looks like it was in EAC. Past year, there was several cases of RC Idyllic Construct. Yeah, that's the thing. We're getting lots of conflicting information at the moment. So until we see what it actually is, it's just my... Oh, Captain Brody's knocked unconscious. Oh, that's not ideal. Oh, there's the dead beak thing. So the reason I'm in a bit of a pickle is, as you can see right now, this group is pretty banged up. That we've had a good number of fights. Like poor Rual here is 1 hit from going down again. We got a bunch, yeah, and Jaywalker's 1 hit from going down, and Luxray's 1 hit from going down, and Soul Adams is 1 hit from going down. Captain Brody is down. It's like only 2 of them can take. Even Beep is like just actually Beep has a couple hits. He could lose an arm. Sorry, was it Source? Yeah, no, it's just one of those things that like I am definitely leaning towards it's probably the Source engine that the execution vulnerability is in. Alright, let's just... I don't see the beak things right now. We're gonna try and just creep through. There's the beak thing that's over by the village. I think that's our band of bones over there. We're just gonna see if they can make it through here without getting harassed too bad. Because the our beak thing went this way. Yeah, it's down there. So we're probably fine from that beak thing. This beak thing is tangled up fighting someone. Dust bandits. If we run to the dust bandits, my combat group can handle dust bandits no problem now. The band of bones are a little bit tougher. Okay, and that's dust reavers. So there's the rest of our group. So they're all tied up with each other. Let's not bother with the subtlety. Let's just run for it. The Wallights mod page is currently has well over 200 pages of FN07. Yeah, to be fair, they I really appreciate... Oh, that's not what you want. That's really not what you want. I think the beak things are straight up taking out the nomads. Just like we ran into with the hive that the But yeah, I know it was I'm seeing the beak things in all directions and being like, thanks, I hate it. Oh my god, there's like another one right there. I just need to get this group to the other group. Where did the one that's over here go? Okay, it's strolling away, so we might be able to... No, don't run at me. Okay. We're just having bad luck with this, all the beak things running around. I mean, I don't have a problem uninstalling a mod that's been made part of the game. Like, in a lot of ways, I haven't heard from that mod creator. A lot of times, I've talked about before, when I've maintained libraries because there just wasn't the support on the... Go in the water, you're spotted. And quite often, if you go in deep enough water, they won't be able to follow. That is not deep enough water. If it doesn't qualify as full-on swimming... Oh yeah, you're being attacked? Alright, new plan. Give up stealth, run for it. The beak thing is way faster than you are, but it is in the water, so it will be slowed down until it hits the shore. Run to join the others. You can probably win this fight. It'll be messy. But these three need to not get caught by the beak thing, because they're not fighters. They'll get there someday, but they're our home base group. Man, what is it with like every town being wiped out by beak things this run? Like it happens. Oh, they actually got away because it lost interest. There was the hive we went to, and the hive was they're not fighters. They definitely can't take a beak thing. Oh no, these three can't take a beak thing. This group can, and my only concern is they're pretty roughed up at this point. That's the reason I'm not charging in and just taking out the beak things. Yeah, no, the category should be right. That's fun. I like that one. Alright, so everyone's grouped up. So with this, the things we need to do, before anything else, is I need the iron refinery of a manual iron refinery. And I'll plunk that down over here. And the reason I'm plunking that down over here is that's where my iron nodes are. And we need a stone mine. Just the lowest level one for now. Which apparently I can put right over there as well. So that works out. And that's what we're going to build right now. And the reason we're building that right now is because that's like the baseline to get things started. Meanwhile, you'll mine iron. And you'll mine copper. And when the stone's done, you'll do the stone. The 19 result is cursed. Oh yeah, the uwu speaker, whatever you want to go with. Yeah. So we do have a pair of beak things rolling in on us. Wait. Finish building it, just so I can queue it up. And the reason I'm doing it in this order is once I have these two built, I can make the metal plates, and once I have this built, then I have what I need from the building materials, that we will be able to build up the entire rest of the base off of this. The only downs is I might have to run for food at some point, until they get set up early on, because we will need to get it so where they can cook some food. Now the area here is mostly arid. Alright, so you'll stone mine after that. Okay. And for the moment, we'll take you off. Well, we'll leave you all on engineering. So I'm expecting the beak things to attack, which is part of the reason I'm just waiting here, is I'm just giving the people a chance to recoup. And then we'll get involved in this fight with the beak things. I really don't want to fight two of them at the same time.
Thank you, Zidian_ for subscribing for 26 months. 26 is a good number.
It is a good number. Thank you, Zidian, for the tier 3 sub, being incredibly generous. I really do appreciate that. That is going to help a whole lot towards our push for the Partner Plus, or sorry, Plus program. It used to be called Partner Plus. So that does help a whole lot. Alright, so all of you, I do not want you in the same spot, because then you all get hit at the same time, and that's not good. So you go down that way. You go up this way. We'll have Soul Atoms jump on you. That should split them up, so hopefully we don't get too many, like, getting hit at the same time. Sure, we'll let the others get involved and get a little bit of training. Alright. But yeah, so thank you so much for the 26 months. It's 2 years and 2 months. You've been subbed to channel. It's a heckin' long time. I really do appreciate that. Does mean a whole lot. So don't let me forget that I do owe a Lego.
Thank you, Ionek, for subscribing for 9 months.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Ionek, for the tier 3 sub. Kicking off a hype train. Cool. Let's grab all that meat and leather.
Yay.
And Enoch also throwing in 100 biddies, so thank you so much for that as well. Everyone being so incredibly generous with the support today. But yeah, so all that helps tremendously, because you notice when we started stream, we're at 54 plus points, and we're now at 67. Now, some of those might have been renewals that they'll actually count later. Regardless, whether it counts now or later, it always is such a huge deal. Because that plus push is absolutely tremendous. Because that will increase the revenue I get from Twitch by 20% for subs. Which, you know, getting a 20% raise just all at once, kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. All right, so the Arbiter's down. I'm just watching for people to lose limbs or whatever. We'll have you grab some of the meat because you can eat that. And then we'll have this group grab the rest of this. And everyone will patch each other up, and then we'll get back to work. Where? Oh, you still need, you need bandages from someone. Who here is running around with a couple extra bandages they could toss you? That's perfect. So you trade with Vitez. Never mind, you're unconscious. Vitez will trade with you. Because they'll grab all those individual bandages. Alright. Because that way they'll bandage each other up. You think your sub is in 5 or 6 days? Yeah, no, we got a whole bunch of them. They're landing around like the 23rd or whatever. I'm feeling pretty good about this month. So unlike February, where, you know, we were getting to like that last week of the month and I was like really sweating bullets going, oh, we're not going to make it to the 100+ points. This month I feel pretty good about it. So all in all, we didn't take too much damage in that fight. We're still getting worn down a bit. One thing I can do, now I think about it, we can go camping. I should have, I believe it's 3 beds. Because then we have people rest in bed and heal a little bit faster. You had your upgrade your 6 months for a tier 1 through February. No chance to really upgrade. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's super appreciated.
What's the worst that could happen?
Thank you for that. And don't mind all the corpses all over the place. That's just Kenshi things. Alright, and once they finish building that, we'll get someone queued up to work on that. And then we will turn around and have someone queued up to start working on this stuff.
For education, are we?
Peak things, why? Because in Kenshi, the world hates you. Kind of memeing, kind of not memeing. Because very genuinely, peak things are just Kenshi's big F you. They're actually not that bad of enemies, all things considering. Why? It's undermining, that's why I'm having problems with it. They're actually not really that bad, all things considered. But until you're ready to handle them, they're really, really, really awful. Because for those who don't know Kenshi, Beak things are weird in that they're such a big enemy that moves really fast. I think they go at something like 33 miles an hour. And you can get past them. I think normally you can get to like 40s or so before you have to start getting to like really interesting like cybernetics and all that stuff. But it's one of those enemies that you start feeling very confident because very little can keep up with you. And then suddenly the giant, whatever you want to call that, like weird dinosaur bird teeth thing comes chasing out of you, going like Mach 5 out of left field. And that's not the only bad thing about it. The other really big negative that they have is when they down you, they eat you alive. So they're fast, they hit hard, they come out of nowhere, they're everywhere, and then if they knock you down, they don't just steal your stuff and leave. They murder you and like eat you alive. Alright, so we had, was it, just double checking to make sure I caught up. So we got 2 subs and 100 biddies. There's the biddies, the sub. I thought there was one more. No, it was the... We already got the first sub. Okay, so we got 2 subs and 100 biddies. So that's 3 Lego pieces at AO. So while our people are laying in bed, getting better after fighting some beak things, I'll go ahead and knock out those 3 Lego pieces at AO. Keep that moving along. And fight with the microphone. Hey, microphone. You got... Oh, I see what's happened here. Well, it's actually good that I twist it that way. The microphone is getting loose on the desk and was going to pop off and fall down. And that would have been terrible. Thank goodness I have a limiter on here. So if it did fall down and smash the microphone in the floor, it won't be that bad.
You mean 4 pieces?
Yes, I do mean 4 pieces. Thank you. Was that Dark Strider? Thank you, Dark Strider, for the extra 100 biddies. Alright, so this doesn't count as a piece because that's just finishing the step. No new pieces were introduced. So we've got this, so it's showing that now we have... I can turn that by just turning the top thing, so we got a little bit of mechanical stuff happening here. So that's cool. Alright, so 4 pieces. And stickers, apparently. I remember when Legos didn't have stickers. How times have changed. Alright.
Or do you mean 9 pieces?
Thank you, Dark Strider, for making it 9 pieces. So I need those. And then that. And then that. And we'll get through these steps before we worry about the next ones. So it's 9 pieces that I owe. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have 2 stickers to do. I have sticker number 9. Which I'll have to take this out of camera because I have to do this close to myself. I didn't do a good job with it, even putting it close to myself. It's for those who don't know, I have to like reach way past the microphone to do this just because of the layout of my desk. So when I'm doing the Legos, like, it is like, I mean, you can see, actually you can't see. My arms, this is like my arms fully extended. I'd have to reach past. Alright, so we got the stickers. Those don't count as pieces. That was 3, 4, 5. I've got 6. Okay. I need to grab the next set. One more. And that puts us up to... right here. 7, 8. Needs to be this way. 8. And then 9. Alright. Yes, that's actually, if you don't notice, that's not locked in. That's set to slide. I don't know what they intend with that, but they very deliberately have gone out of their way to make that slide. So we'll see. 9. Alright.
Wait, Rual, are you building the Death Star?
I am not. I'll wait to get back to Lego pieces in a minute, so I owe another Lego piece. Yeah, let's see. Let's see, I thought there was a checkbox for the X months in a row alert. Yeah, usually you get that. And I think it starts even once you hit like 2 months in a row. Alright, so how is everyone going on the recovery? Rual's still recovering. The others are all still banged up. Eonek's in good shape, which I guess makes sense, because Eonek is the one with the crossbow. Hopefully Eonek is not the one getting absolutely blasted in a fight, because, you know, they should be standing back at range, putting arrows into things. Well, bolts. But yeah, no, we're not building a Death Star. It'd be a very colorful Death Star. I just realized you're not actually set up to do other things, so there you go. Hungry bandits. So have everyone here get up. Because they do actually want the home team to fight a little bit, and Hungry Bandits are a good choice for a fight. just because I do need them to get better at combat so I don't have to babysit them forever. But for right now, I'm gonna have... You know, I'm gonna have the combat team hang out at least until they get the starting setup. I mean, actually, till at least the home team gets enough... I should say, at least until our away team is mostly staying like conscious because of all the fights. We'll probably go around and clear out some beak things and all that stuff. This will also be a good opportunity for the home team to grab some weapons. Not much. Hungry Bandits usually just have sticks. But there'll be one of them that'll be considered the leader, and sometimes they'll have a an actual decent weapon on them. Nothing amazing. Ah, there's the leader. Yeah, so go get Kirilla as a weapon. Alright, because we're not going to wait for them to get, like, the whole area walled off. There you go. And then the pants don't even give us any stats, so we won't worry about it. No, I didn't want you all to get out of bed. That's my bad. Yeah, as they're injured, they'll lay down in bed to recover. So we definitely want to get, like, beds for them to sleep in. But we'll get there. But yeah, as they recover, they'll get out of bed, get the next person in bed. Bandit demands have arrived in the area. Look. I'm getting a little tired of these. If you could just take a break for a minute, I am getting a little bit tired of beating everyone up who rolls in the neighborhood. Alright. You want 2,000 caps. Break his jaw. Wait, did that literally just defuse the situation? Wait, really? I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting that to be this just escalates into a fight option. I wasn't expecting to walk up and the guy make demands and just smash his jaw and be done with it. I want to find the war leader. Does it actually show that he's injured? I doubt it, but I am curious. Where is the war leader? No, he's not actually injured. Yeah, they're retreating fast. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so Vitez is recovering. Those are doing fine. Are there the order body... Let's see. Is the order of the body parts not consistent? Some have stomach, chest, others have chest, stomach. They are not consistent. I don't know why. So, like, these ones are the same. I think might only be... Oh, actually, no. Actually, all of them are the same. But, Yeah, no, actually, I don't really know why they're different. Because, like, this is a hybrid, that's a human. So, yeah, it might be different for the different races, which is, again, kind of a head-scratcher. I'm really genuinely surprised by how that... The Banjo click-through swapping? Yeah, it's more likely they had different titles. Because some of them were considered Dust Bandits, and some of them were considered Dust Reavers. Because we have killed the Dust King. Or not, we didn't kill him, we claimed his bounty. And as such, he went to that. Oh, you know what you can do, Vitez? Go work on that, we got nothing else going on. Because Vitez stopped because they filled up the copper mine. That'll start getting us iron plates to keep that moving. Some other things, well actually, let's wait on building the other things, because we want to make storage for all that stuff, and then we'll want to go and make... You know, nary to walk. I think, honestly, probably the best move for us. Starving bandits are now hostile towards me. They always attacked me, like I care. Right, Rual is basically patched up. Have the Arbiter jump on helping with that. Keep things building. They're extra hostile. So I was trying to look over there if the beak things were winning against the nomads. I was going to go run over and help out, but it looks like the beak thing... Actually, no, the beak thing's still up. Alright, so troublemakers, let's move. Yeah, Beep and Soul Adams will need a little bit of time to recover. And then Beep is now back in business, and then Soul Adams appears to be... Yeah, Soul Adams' leg is all busted up. So it'll be the slower one, that's fine. Yeah, so we'll keep building this. And we're just trying to keep the neighborhood as friendly as possible. Is the beak thing gone? Beak thing's over there. Let's go loot its body so it stays down. Bandit raid has arrived. Oh, you're not ready to fight that. Honestly, none of our people are ready to fight that. Kirillus is not going to be able to get out of there in time. So our next target is going to be the Black Dragon group to, like, wipe them out. I need Kirillus to pick up the pace a lot. So hold. Jobs. I just want them to stay out of the way. How much loot we got? Do you want a pocket full of stone? Because that's what's currently on the table. I don't think sneak is going to help you at all. We're going to go ahead and choose sneak because they're about to go on hostile. I would be down to fight them, except everyone's already injured, and that's actually a considerable group because we look at their stats. 34, 25, and we look at, for example, Rual. Rual is almost an exact match for him, and Rual's our strongest person. So Beep and Rual are kind of at the level of one of them, and everyone else is way below them. Some way, way, way below them so far as their stats. So that's the issue. Walk into the water? The water's fine. I think because there's literally nothing to loot, the AI doesn't know what to do about it right now. They're just standing around being like, what do we loot? We got a big rock, and we got a big rock, and we got a big rock, and we got a big rock. We got a half-built building, and we got a building that doesn't. It has rocks in it. You mind going away? If it's fully healed up, I actually might take a chance with them, but you know what we'll do? While we wait for them to sort their stuff out, let's go to the neighbors over here, and let's just sell some stuff. A lot of dead animals and all that here from that beak thing. I think, excuse me? It's a little disturbing to walk to this place and just have this giant beak thing just... Where's... Oh, Beep is way back there. I mostly just don't want the beak thing getting back up. So he took the meat and hides and all that. But we'll sell all the leather. We'll sell some of the art junk we got. Alright, who's the actual merchant? Okay, that's you back there. Alright, so sell all the leather. You're out of money. Look, man, I sold like 3 pieces of leather. That was basically nothing, and you're the only merchant in town. I need you to have more money. Yeah, the downside is I think it'll be considered a crime if I take it off of these bodies. Let's check. It's red, which implies bad news. It's also dead. Well, I'm not getting flagged for committing a crime, so sure. Alright, where are other animals that died in this incredible fight? So dead, 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 dead. Alright. Well, we've got meat. That's for sure. I have a feeling our nomad neighbors aren't going to be around much longer. They have not fared well with the beak thing attacks. That's the one hive we were recruiting people from. Oh, good. The raid has ended at our outpost. Ooh, good thing that went through. I was really worried. I do like how they're all like, oh, we can't go home empty-handed. It's like, well, you chose the wrong base to hit, my friend. You know, you may want stuff, but, there's nothing here. You caught us setting up. Kidnapping? No. We were recruiting people. They just didn't know they wanted to join. To be fair, their entire city was getting absolutely murdered by beak thing. There's something like 10 or 12 beak things just wrecking the entire place and eating people. So I'm still going by, they may not have wanted it, but we were legitimately saving their lives. All right. Oh, there's no breaks ever for this poor group. That's fine. This is called training. Unscheduled training. Oh yeah, no, poor... Your leg got beat up pretty bad in all the fighting. You were just farming toughness, that's all. Ionex's getting better with that crossbow, putting in hits for like 11 and 15 damage from the looks of it now, and just firing real fast. Still getting the occasional friendly fire, but you know, nothing's perfect. Alright, do we see the leader by chance? Because in the rare occasion, the leader will be wanted. I'm not expecting that. But also, the leader might have a weapon. You started your solo torso skeleton run today. It's going well so far. Steal all things. Oh yeah, no, we talked about this. This is absolutely a game that you'll have so many ways that you can cheese the game to either get stats or get equipment or get money. Which isn't a bad thing. Yeah, I don't see the leader, so we'll just go ahead and rough everyone up. So good news is, of all the things to attack us, starving bandits are like the best. And the reason they're pretty much the best for us for like just randomly being... Oh, good! They sent reinforcements. Alright, so you're the leader. We'll keep an eye on you. Extra training is on the agenda today. But you found a funny spot where you could steal stuff from the shelf, sell it to the shinobi in the hut nearby, then rest of the skelly bed virtually free of cost, then go toughness train? Yeah. They must smell the food. I mean, we do actually have a lot of food on us, especially if you count the raw meat and the, I forget what they call it, the yellow meat, because hivers can eat both of that as food. Yeah, so they forced Ionek to actually fight in melee, which is no surprise, because they were foul meat. That's the foul meat. Yeah, so there's just so many of them. Ionek has been forced out of range combat into melee. But that's okay, because I do want Ionek to do both for situations like this, where we suddenly get too many numbers for them to sit back and just do their thing. The yellow meat? Uh-huh. Oh, I actually managed to knock out Rual. To be fair, that's a pretty big number of people. So even though they are weaker, you know, they can wear you down. Yeah, Beep is just getting hit after hit against them. What are you running down there for? Oh, Captain Brody probably was getting up. So I ran down there to keep him from getting in the fight. Yeah, Beep will go down soon because they've hit both the Beep's legs now, so Beep can't dodge as well. Alright. Yeah, it's just so many. There's like... Because we had 2 waves of like a group of 30 or 40. So each one is fighting like 1 on 8. You're sure the speedruns do it faster better? But toughness 76 at day 13 solo, you're satisfied? Might stop around 85, 90. Oh, no, that was, not speedrun, but I've done it when I'm doing a skeleton run of just running to the Tower of Anguish, lay in the bed while they have everyone in the tower hitting you, and you just take off your arms so that you're considered as having, as, like, disarmed kind of thing. and you gain 4 times as fast of XP, you can seriously just speed level toughness to such an absurd degree. You also get dodge doing that because you're considered as fighting unarmed. You know, certain irony in that one as well. Alright, so She-Wolf's got one head hit to them before they go down. Luxray actually did manage to get back up. Soul Adams managed to get back up too. Rual's trying to get back up, but because they're right on top of him, it counts as being aggressed while standing and they don't follow through. Kirla's got back up, but is, unfortunately, is too hurt to swing their weapon. Rual did manage to get back up. Rual's starting to hit pretty hard. Defense is still not where it needs to be, but in the output damage, skid pretty decent. There's still just so many of them. Like, the ground is just littered with bodies now, yet there's still so many of them in the fight. Okay. We don't have anyone in danger of dying that I'm seeing. A lot of really roughed up people, but no one at immediate threat of dying. Okay, so they're gonna steal our food. That's fine. Oh, the Hungry Bandit leader, even though they survived the encounter, as it were. So everyone's getting bandaged up real fast. And you're the one who's unarmed. You're going to be recovery coma for a while. So they're glitched out because they don't know what to do. So if Rual starts standing back up, which is a trigger everyone to get back up. The rest of them all left, so we've only got like 5 or 6 of them still here. Home team took it to beat. Oh, everyone did. It was almost 100 of them. Like, we just look at the bodies all over the floor, and they still had like probably 20 or so walk away. And there are bodies everywhere. And the only ones, like, that one's ours, that one's ours, and that one's ours. All the rest of our people are back up. It was just a sheer numbers equation that even though we out-equip them, we out-skill them, we out-everything else them, they said, but what if we had, like, literally 10 times as many people as you? So where was their leader? Let's grab that. There you are. Because what we'll do is we'll have you run down and grab... Oh, you got back up. I thought it said you were dying. Because I just want to go and beat up their leader to grab their weapon so I can give that to S2D Vitez. Kenshi logic? I mean, to be fair, that's real world logic too. There are times where people are like, we're out trained, we're out equipped, we're out everything. But hear me out, there's more of us. Are there multiple leaders? There probably is. The downside is almost none of these people are worth looting. They just have the stick that's worth like 40 cats that takes up inventory. The leader will have like an okay saber sometimes. But that's just it. You're not going to get any meaningful equipment out of hungry bandits, starving bandits. They're Kenshi's punching bag. I think because the guy to the left is also leader. So we looted that one. The leader usually has no shirt. Oh, nope, you're right. There isn't our leader right there. Alright, so people are going to be put in the beds to recover for a minute because everyone's injured. Yeah, because it's Vitez the one I was trying to get those weapons to. Alright. How goes Kenji Day? Toughness training today? Just got on? Gotcha. It's been going pretty good. We just started building our, a base location. The big issue we kind of ran into was just the attrition of people rolling through. Because, like, that is the battlefield of bodies we got away from, and we did sort of win. We sort of lost as well. None of our people died. You know, they're not doing as good as we were. But it was like literally two groups of starving bandits, which are weak enemies, but there was like 50 of them twice over. And that's after we did multiple fights. We killed like 3 beak things, a group of dust bandits, and all those. So it's just very much the they just keep coming kind of attritioned down type scenario. But I would guess that we probably got a lot of stats out of that. The home team had like next to no stats, and they're all, yeah, because they all gained a bunch of stats. They're all around 16 defense now. We have some of these people, like, it's hard to see how a lot of them are because they all have penalties from their injuries. Captain Brody, unfortunately, hasn't gotten many stats because they keep getting down very early on. Yeah, we're definitely getting a bunch of stats, including toughness. Rual is already almost up to 40 toughness. Excuse you? If you attack me, you don't get to leave. Those are the rules. There is no tell your friends or whatever. Alright. Yeah, we'll definitely want to make one of our early things to build a house with proper beds. So when we get into these situations, I can have more than 3 people healing. Plus the actual beds work way better. Alright, so you're working on that. Do we actually have... Yeah, so we already have the storm house as one we could build. So we'll have that set up, just center location. And we will have the gate. All right. There we go. And that'll be where we build for now. Let's see, did you break a leg or something? Everyone's just picking me up. You are currently unconscious. You got punched in the chest a whole lot until you stopped getting back up. You're just mildly comatose. Yeah, so they're gonna, all of these things we just built use the construction materials, the building materials. The desert is holding you up now. Exactly. You're just being well supported by the sand. Alright, so once Vita is back to being conscious, they can go back to helping. There they go. There, so we've got you put into bed. That way you can recover and get back to being conscious sooner. Because you did get up during the fight, but they were standing on top of you. Oh yeah, well that's the whole thing, is a lot of the characters kept trying to get it back during the fight, but if someone's hovering over top you, a lot of times they'll just instantly go back down. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and queue up a couple other things. So we got torch post. You're all working right there, so put one there. And one here. Because if you work in the dark, you don't work as well. Yeah, so they should get that built pretty soon. And then we'll queue up more people to work on the other stuff. We definitely will need to get some type of food sorted, research sorted, all that. That'll be a later concern, I think. Do I want to go ahead and build the second storm house right here as well? Let's go ahead and queue that up. That way I can just ignore this location for a little while. We could turn this one facing the opposite direction. And one of those could be where we do our research, and the other one is going to be a bunch of beds and all that. There's nothing like sleeping in the desert in the full sun, face down. Especially because this one clearly has, like, the sand has gotten on it. Same with that one. You do what you gotta do. Okay, so with that, we have... Which one of you doesn't have a second process? So you do... So you're the stone mining person. So you're gonna go ahead and do the stone processing above the stone mining. And then when you're not busy, when you're not iron refining, you can fall back on that. We've got Vitez, who will prioritize copper ore, then the stone processing, then the iron refinery, then stone, then the iron resource. And Cureless is currently just doing the iron stuff. If this one's full, they'll do the other one. We'll actually put you on top of that. And if that's done, you do these. Alright. Wouldn't want her face to get sunburnt, yeah. So basically, I queued it so they all can kind of fill in for each other for the time being, because their goal right now is to just build. What food do you have? Because we did get robbed. So you've got all those hides. That works out great. Let's have... She will trade you, take those hides off you. Because then we can sell those, and that means you've got food. Alright. Now, that's the thing. We actually had so much food that they did steal a good chunk of it. No question about that. They did manage to snag some. But because of all those animals we have killed trying to just stay here, we're actually doing pretty okay. We'll definitely want to make a proper run and all that. I haven't been paying attention to what you've been building. Oh, you got the light going. Alright, so there's another spot we want to light. That's basically what I'm doing, is anywhere we see that they are, they're working at, let's put the lights there. Later on we'd get better lights, but right now, that's pretty expensive to keep that. Makes sense why 100% Starving Bandits came. Oh yeah, no, we do actually, like, that's the thing. When they came, like, they could smell their food. I'm like, we actually do have a lot of food. Alright, so you're basically fully recovered. It's fine. In a moment, they'll be, like, fully actually recovered. And then when I move them out of the way, they won't go to the bed naturally because they, you know, are fully recovered. Alright, so Rual is fully recovered. Rual has no reason to go back to the bed. Someone else should be able to do that. Of the other people who are currently up, let's go have him beep, go to sleep. ENX fully recovered. Captain Brody can go to sleep. Jaywalker's getting there. Yeah, no, now you're sleeping. Like, now you're mostly recovered. We're just rotating people through those beds to try and get everyone patched up so we're fresh for the next fight. But the plan is to make one of these buildings here basically just full of beds. That way, when we do have this group limp home, they can all just go to bed and heal real fast. And also for the home team, as they get all roughed up and everything, that they can potentially recover real fast. That's honestly good enough. You can go ahead and pop into a bed. It's probably fine. We'll have to see when it hits nighttime if those are well positioned or not. You know, it should happen as these will eventually get where we need them to be. Oh, we got those as well. That does mean I need to get our storage. Okay, so I need a bunch of just individual storages. Let's go ahead and we will put 2 copper storages over here. We got plenty of copper. We'll have the iron plate storage. Put 2 of those down here. We will go to our ore storage, which is the iron ore. Put 2 of those up here. We'll do stone storage. I'm going to go ahead and put those up here, even though that's not really in line with it, just so we don't have weird pathing things go on here. And then the building materials, those can go down there. And those all take a while to build. Oh, right. The iron plates didn't have anywhere else to go. Alright. Meanwhile, let's go to this group. We don't need all of them doing engineers. So Vitez, you no longer engineer, and Kirliz, you no longer engineer. The Arbiter will handle the engineering. That way you two could stay focused running the machines. We could probably take Vitez as well now. And have you prioritize the actual iron mining and the stone mining. Because then the Arbiter will work on this and Kirliz will work on that as availability to, like, balance things out a little bit better. What? Who are you? What do you want? Looting the dead. Pretty sure they're not dead, and also... Forget you, individual? Is it just the one? Okay. Sure. And this base will not be public. We're not going to worry about trying to sell stuff from here. Like, if we do sell stuff, it'll be loading up some animals and caravanning them out of here kind of thing. It's probably exactly what we do when we get later on. I might even just have to, like, keep working on making armor until they make good stuff, and then, like, all the crap stuff they do, they'll just put in the item furnace and make back into materials. Okay, so we'll just actually have Enoch run up. Grab those. Not gonna worry about any of this stuff, it's all shoddy. Actually, we will grab that. Hey. Who wants some armor? Congrats, Vitez. You got shoddy great armor. So you're basically healed. You're basically healed. We'll have She-Wolf go to sleep. We'll have Luxray go to sleep. And I think that'll be basically everyone healed up after that. Yeah, everyone else is like mostly recovered as is. Okay, so we're at nighttime, so Cureless should have no penalty whatsoever. Yeah, well, I mean, injuries. Okay, that's fair. So you will have a penalty because you don't have a light. So yeah, so working in darkness, minus 56%. No good. That is actually a considerable penalty, so put a light there. And one here, and one there. Alright. You can always just build a normal-sized house outside of the base, on public, with shopping stalls. That's what you do. If I leave the, if the base itself, if I leave this to not open to public, and I put one building out here that is, does it actually work? I've never messed with that, honestly. That said, without mods changing the way the commerce and all works, all the caravans rolling through are basically incredibly poor and can't buy anything. It works? Neat. But yeah, like basically all the caravans roll through and they go, I got $60. I'm like, all right, well my cheapest item costs about 2,000, so you're gonna need to bring more money next time. Well, that's kind of convenient and kind of not convenient that we have a farm trader on the way. Because we have a farm trader on the way, that does let us buy crops to research and plant. The reason it's not convenient is I don't actually have a building or a research bench here to do that. So we're gonna have to just like hold on to them for a little while. Alright. Caravan seek the public buildings? Gotcha. Okay. So it looks like all this is good, so we'll say dismantle, dismantle, dismantle. Grab that. Oh, your inventory's full. No, it's not. Grab that. Grab that. Your inventory I filled up. That is on me. Okay, so the Troublemaker team is good to roll. You three are gonna go on sneak. It's not gonna do that much for you, but you're still gonna do it. You'll level up a little bit. So for the moment, the Subtle Bandits are basically wiped out. We're gonna run down to the Flat Lagoon to sell off stuff, maybe grab some research stuff and that kind of thing. I do want to stick not too far away from here for in case we get more bandit raids until they get their defenses online. We will ultimately need to expand our operations down here as well. Like as a number of people. Because the intent is to make it so this place will be able to make their own food as well as work on training up armor smithing. Now we can actually get some solid armor in the late game without looting every single body in existence, try and just hope for the RNG to be kind to us. Yeah, so we just need to leave that rolling. Because the downside is right now, they're all pretty terrible at laboring and all that. Because yeah, they're at 29 laboring. Oh, you're working in darkness still. Yeah, so look at their laboring stat. Where are you at? 33, 42, 38. So you can work way faster. We also could upgrade a lot of those things. Oh, that's right. We also have wind theory. I forgot about that. I don't know how the wind is in this location. I haven't built here before. And I don't believe prospecting will tell you. So let's tuck the wind turbine way over here in the corner. And worry about that when we get there. Prospecting will tell you. Have I just overlooked it? No, that's a decent wind speed. Okay, we're good. Yeah, 13.4 is a perfectly fine wind speed. Alright, we got Dust Bandits. They're gonna want to fight. I'm down to fight. Let's fight. Hey, friends. Alright, so we're itching for a fight, so immediately just kick off without any consideration about anything. We should be fresh into the fight. We should have better stats than them and better kit. Well, now granted, we just jumped into the pile, which is not really the ideal way of dealing with this. But you know what? That's fine. Man, how many crossbow people are in this one? The whole group is practically crossbow people. Because you got 1, 2, 3, like we got about 4, 5... There's like 6 or 7 people who are not crossbow people, and everyone else in that group is crossbow people. Well, the answer is yes. That's the thing, it's like, crap, man, that is a lot of crossbows. All right. That said, we are absolutely one-sidedly winning this fight, which is what I expected. Like, we're at the point the Dust Bandits aren't that big of a threat anymore. Like, when we're all roughed up, you know, anything can beat you. But, it just has to get, like, that one lucky hit that finishes knocking you down. But we were pretty much fresh. So some of our people will have some injuries, especially these ones over here on the right that are still our lower level characters, but the ones on the left are mostly unharmed. Alright. Get the last 2. Okay, that's not ideal. Alright, so Troublemakers will get the loot back for home in a minute. They're getting hit by another raid. So patch everyone up real fast so we're good to go. And then we'll run back home and help home. Okay, back home you go. Oh, they're not even helping. There you go. We might end up just leaving the beds here for a little while. I'm thinking we just leave the beds right here in the middle and we just kind of accept it's gonna be a thing that we're gonna be doing laps sleeping in the beds on the home team. Because this area is actually pretty heavily trafficked, which is interesting as well, because we've wiped out the leadership of the Dust Bandits. So they're on their way. Oh, it's like an actual raid? No? That's weird. Yeah, they're working their way up there. Once we wall it off, the number of attacks we get will drop dramatically. And the reason they'll drop dramatically is they won't see us to attack us a lot of times. You'll still have, like, the raid attacks that'll have to fight off. But, like, random passerbys, like, that's just arbitrary, like, okay, we're gonna attack. Those end up just not being a thing you gotta think about or worry about. Alright. Alright, you should pass that over to Cure Liz so that we have some medical on everyone. Alright. Just the never-ending fight. On the plus side, when you hit these locations that you can just consistently and reliably get fights, they actually end up being pretty decent. Because especially when it's fights you're not just straight up losing every time, that you actually have a decent enough balance of their skill versus yours. Because you'll keep gaining skills to getting more and more of an edge on them, while they won't consistently get skills. That's what I figured. You're starting to get some inventory space for some more bolts. Alright, let's have you just loot a random body. The others, when they get up, we'll try and get them some armor as well. We won't worry about trying to like go out of our way to find good armor, because we are going to craft our own. Just to have them not running around with nothing on. Secure Liz is going to need properly patched up. They're bleeding pretty bad. So let's just go ahead and do this now. Camping. We'll put the beds back down and we'll leave them here. So build that. Build this. Build that. And then we can start bandaging everyone up and all that. Alright, so Jaywalker should get back up on their own. Kira Liz is definitely going to be out cold for a while. They got pretty badly whacked. Troublemaker's got some banged up people too. That is the one downside when you start setting up base. The moment you've got like a static point you're returning to, you got a place you can be attacked. Home teaming has some training to do. It's true. Like, we knew that going into that. Home team hasn't fought much yet. We just kind of weren't expecting the frequency of attacks we're seeing right now. Is there anyone who's like really needs to go to bed? Wasn't there a thing in the AI It's probably a mod. Okay, so go have a talkie talk. Alright, so buy up all of this junk. And this junk. Alright, so here's kind of the catch-22 we've got. I want the books. We're gonna need those. Wheat straw will barely grow here. The cactus will very grow here. What I'm trying to remember, because we're 100% arid, 10% green, so we definitely want that. Let me just grab, because I think I need 2 for the research and then 10 for the lowest level one. So we got more than I need here. The thing I'm trying to debate is I'll grab 2 of those. You don't have like the others don't have inventory space. That'll greatly limit what you can do. But basically, I'm just trying to grab enough of the materials here that we could potentially research any of the stuff. I will also grab a ration for each of you in the short term. Grab those rations for you, and you, and you. We can have... You don't have any medical left, so grab that. You can have better medical, and a better medical. And you can have medical, so we got some medical replaced. I can grab the building material to just jumpstart some stuff. I'll grab some too. I think that's it for the moment. So you go ahead and build that. And all 3 of you build that. Oh, you're currently unconscious. You won't be doing anything. That's fine. Because what I could have you do is trade. Grab those from it, and you'll be like, my inventory's full. And then you'll drop off the stuff, and you'll get stuff built. So that's actually not that bad. The big problem is this inventory being this full is going to be a lot of issues. Because now they can't carry most things. Meanwhile, you're badly injured. You go to sleep. So I grabbed those just to kind of like kick things off a little bit. Where are you? What are you doing? Random beak thing rolling in, because of course, we can never, ever, ever have a break. It is not allowed. The fighting will continue until morale improves. That beak thing absolutely just slammed Rual down. Ooh, Vita's got knocked down to -50. That's actually pretty rough. Just chipping away at it. Captain Brody just lost his arm. And his leg. Alright. So Rual should be back up soon. That's what I'm counting on, is just to keep this thing distracted long enough for Rual to get back up. I really need you to finish this off. Because Captain Brody is in real bad shape. Please. I need those chest hits. So you got 3 more chest hits, should do it. Nope, Captain Brody died. Alright, so quick load it. Lead to their camp? No, the nomads are basically wiped out. Alright, that's fine. I think we saved right before the trade caravan arrived, or right after it left, I don't remember. Yeah, there's the beak thing right now, so we saved right after it left, I think? No. Alright. The big thing is that AoE on their attack, it means the person who's, like, you can see Beep got hit even though the target was Captain Brody. Like, that's one of the things that makes some of the animals so dangerous, just, like, the sheer area that their attacks hit. Captain Brody, don't be a hero, buddy. Alright. Start patching everyone up. Yeah, no, it's definitely Rual and Beep are big damage dealers for the moment. Like, don't get me wrong, Eonek probably does really do work with the damage, I would guess. Just because they're sitting back there, and even though they're plinking stuff for like 7-8 times, it's just a steady like 7, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 7, 8, 13, that kind of thing. Whereas, like, the others stop to block and do all that, and even I can just plunk off arrows real fast. Alright. So everyone is patched up. Captain Brody still did lose a leg. Yeah, and Eonek isn't in the AoE. That's, one of the things you could do to... What's their crossbow skill at? Crossbows, only 23, but they're getting really good at precision shooting, which you only gain when you do friendly fire. So just saying, you know, AoE is weird. It's focused on whichever primary target, and if they do or don't block determines if it splashes. Yeah, that's one of the things you can do to help with that is like those fights where pretty consistently like one person can just do way better on their own. Is you can put everyone else on block so they distance themselves away. And then have, like, one person fight it, and then, like, you know, when they go down or get close to it, you can switch who's on block and all that. There's definitely one way to work around that issue. There you go. Alright. So the order of operations changed this time, that the beak thing showed up first, then the hive. Alright, so sell all this crap again. And for the moment, we'll grab those. We'll grab the books. Not worry about the iron plates. I'll grab your rations. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll need probably at least 2 more. Because I'll need, I think it's 2 to research, and then 10 to do the thing. I'm going to grab extra just because I'm paranoid. It's not a big deal if I accidentally buy too many. Alright, so we've got all that. Grab 2 hemp. Grab 2 cotton. Grab that. Food. Grab 2 wheat. Grab the medicine. Now I just sell things until they're out of money. Okay. Yeah, so with that, I can go ahead and drop off here. And let them start building that up. Get that out of the inventory for Rual. We will trade over the cactus and all that kind of stuff. Enoch really needs a bag. Did they have a bag? I didn't think to look. Where did they go? Oh, they're long gone. Yeah, no. Enoch needs a bag. So this group, we're trying to get them the ninja bags. So once we've settled here, we'll probably make another run by Squin to see if we can't snatch anymore. Would you just kindly go away? And we're gonna fight right over top of Cure Liz. That way, if oh no, they're still in recovery coma, so they can't get hurt. Just looking at their bolts. Oh yeah, no, we're trying to get bags for everyone. The home team will just be taking bags that have lots of capacity, whereas the away team will be only accepting the bags that don't significantly penalize our combat ability. So that's the reason they have like the thieves and the ninja bags. There's just so many. Or Captain Brody. I'll get you a leg, man. As soon as we get a break in this nonsense, we're gonna get you a leg. That'll be our first priority, is get Captain Brody a leg. Because we're gonna have that happen a decent amount playing as hivers. They don't take many hits before things start popping off. Everyone's getting so hurt. The worst thing is it felt like just a minute ago that things were like, people were starting to do way better, and then I turned around, I was like, half the people are basically shredded again. Have Rual trade you stuff real fast. You can have the cactus and the books. And one of the good medical. Then we got Beep sitting here with a bunch of stuff. We'll have them trade it to Cure Liz, so Cure Liz can carry the stuff for home team. Wait, what? Oh, I guess one of the guys got up at messed their thing. Yeah, we'll actually take those back. I want to leave enough inventory space so they could still function. And that's the big problem I'm running into. They don't have storage for all these things, so... So you're good there. Did you have food? Make sure Careless has food. You did not have a food cube. And then She-Wolf had the wheatgrass, which is like the big problem one. Let's make just like a regular item storage of some kind. Well, it wants to do those inside. So put down just a generic food storage there. That should help. Hey, She-Wolf, how's it going? A caravan is on its way to visit your place. Sure. We can do that, I guess. I mean, one of the good news here is we're actually getting that built. And we're getting our various other storages set up. Alright, you can go to sleep now. Vitez is still in recovery coma. It's still weird to me that the building's not done, and they still broke the door open. So I have to repair the door. It's fine, it doesn't bother me, it's just a head scratcher. Alright, so Rual doesn't need to sleep more, we can have She-Wolf pop in there. What level is Beep now? Beep is around 37 attack, 27 defense, should be about 23 strength, almost 40 dexterity, almost no dodge, a decent amount of toughness. So they're moving around, right? Oh, you're actually building the windmill.
Yay. For the love of Rimworld.
Thank you for the extra 100 biddies, Dark Strider. Do appreciate that. The Hive Army is nicely growing. It is. But thank you for those biddies, for the love of Rimworld. No, no Beak Thing. I don't want it. Go home. Go home, Beak Thing. Everyone's still hurt from the last 18 other fights we've been in. Some people are missing limbs. Let's just... You go do your Beak thing someplace else. I do eagerly look forward to when we have walls. Because it will greatly reduce the number of attacks we actually experience. Oh. They're just... It's not even a caravan, it's a group of like 2-3 nomads. I think that's just what's left of a caravan. Because the poor nomad town over there is all but dead. I'm actually curious. Yeah, they're down to 30. I think they were at like 60 when we first looked.
Yay. Shouts hey BEAKTHING free food.
Yeah, the big things do like their free food. Alright, another round of Hungry Bandits. It's... Actually, take that. It looks like 2 groups of Hungry Bandits. No, it's probably just one they just split. It's just a really big group. Just no rest for the wicked. That said, Rual is getting up there in damage. that we're hitting 30s now pretty consistently. Shame the beak thing didn't run though. Well, someone was listening. Yeah, pretty much. But kind of like one of the issues with this is because we keep having to fight again and again and again. Like, there's the one, like, being the worn down, but it means there are people actually, like, trying to build the base are getting no time to really get a whole lot done. We made more progress because they bought materials from the trade caravan rolling through than we did from actually building the building materials. The good news is our iron production is looking like it's in pretty good shape. I'll probably switch the people working on our iron to doing building materials for a bit to try and get that up to speed to try and contain this. And I suspect Tomb should be home anytime now from work. And for those who don't know, around 9 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, I do usually take about a 5-ish minute break. And that's just because that's around the time my wife gets home, so I welcome her home. Usually it's also time that we're like, all right, here's what we're throwing in the oven, or like, you know, whatever's appropriate, like we'll get our food figured out. So a lot of times it's I'll throw something in the oven and then she'll bring, you know, she'll pull it from the oven when she's done, like, getting cleaned up after work or whatever's going on there. But, usually it's just me popping down, welcoming her home, tossing something in the oven, heading back up, that kind of thing. But I suspect she's probably already home, which is fine. Yeah, the hits being, like, in the 30s, it means, like, 3-4 hits on a, on, like, a torso one is all it takes to knock someone. There's just so many. I'm surprised Soul Adams isn't down. Their chest is still in the negatives from when their last knockdown. They haven't had a chance to recover. I'm also surprised Captain Brody is in this, considering they're crawling around on the ground. Never mind. And they're just, like, punching people. Meanwhile, apparently Eonex's been back there just popping shots the whole time, which is perfect. That's exactly what they're supposed to do. This time your wife gets home also? Yeah. It just basically means my one big break of like 5 minutes or so that I take during the stream is around 9 p.m. Which is a little on the earlier side, but usually my format is I start stream, go for about 2 hours, I take my 5-minute break, we go about 2.5 more hours, then we do a game switch, and then we just stream for like the next 4.5 hours to the end of stream. That I've been keepingly doing that. So I do have a whole thing where I don't play just one game per stream. I almost always play 2 games. You know, there's exceptions, like when some game is just dropped and I'm really into it, we'll play probably like a whole stream of it. Or if, you know, we finish a game, then obviously I'll switch after we finish the game, whenever it is. Rual might actually clean up here. Or we'll immediately take multiple chest hits in a row and risk going down immediately. There we go. Never mind. I said something. I shouldn't have said something. Alright, so Eonex's the last one standing. But luckily, the starving bandits will just steal your food and then they'll leave. Are they not even stealing our food? Oh, they're trying to break into our buildings. We can let Rual patch himself back up. And then everyone's gonna get up at the same time. So hopefully a couple succeed. Because getting back up while there's enemies still in range, still attacking you, you gain a lot of toughness for it. Alright. Oh yeah, no, Captain lost his leg well before this fight. Captain lost the leg, I believe, during the beak thing attack. And we haven't had a chance to do anything because we're just a tread. I mean, there's blood over here. We had this whole area was just this bloodbath over there. This is a bloodbath. So even as the rate that the blood is getting cleaned up, we're just perpetually almost always in an absolute like, bloodbath of stuff going on here. I don't get how you keep not going down. Like, there you go. I was like, the chest is exposed and everything. Oh, Rual actually managed to get up with them standing on him. That doesn't happen very often. That was kind of felt good. Rual was about to get hit in the back and didn't have the guard up, and you just saw the person drop, and it was Eonek popping off a bolt. Blood improves the lore. We're just fertilizing the soil. You don't actually want to fertilize with meat, by the way. Lots of problems with that. It can cause lots of foodborne disease and all that. Not even to like people and all that, but like when you're doing composting and all that, they're like, yeah, don't put meat in your compost. You're also not supposed to put stuff that's like already started to mold and mildew. You don't want to put in your compost because that can be a problem. Fertilizing sand doesn't seem great to start with. You're also correct. That said, if by chance you put enough fertilizer in there, eventually it stops being sand and it begins being just fertilizer. That is a strategy that has been used in different points to make farmland more viable, is to just, what if we keep amending the soil till it's not what I started with? I.e. places where they shipped in clay by literally the hundreds and hundreds of tons. Yep, we keep our food this time. Alright. So like I said, I'm pretty sure my wife's home, so what's going to end up happening is I'm going to be taking about a 5-ish minute break just to welcome my wife home, throw some dinner in the oven, and then I'll be right back up to pick up where we left off. This is the only like major break that usually happens during the stream, so I do appreciate anyone who will hang around for that and all good stuff. Regardless, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll be back here in just a couple minutes. So thank you. Yeah, unfortunately you got beat up too, so... Is it just like because I had an expensive colony earlier? It's like, no, we're just going to keep this going. Just, no, never let up. Just keep it going. Ambrosia addiction, why not? Let's add it to the pile. Disease gutworms, okay. What is this? Oh, good. Ducks join. I actually would like the ducks. The ducks would be lovely. Rare thrombo. We're going to leave those alone. They're going to eat all my plants. It's deeply upsetting. Thanks, everyone. Sorry. I did not expect that to do that. My apologies. Stop it, eyes. I need you to cut it out. Are you having an emotion? Yeah. Don't you hate it when that happens? Think we broke Strainer? Yeah. I think I've only gotten teary-eyed, what, 3 times on stream? Yeah, but I was just kind of showing... I talked about like putting like a giant pile of bodies to try and ramp. But you can see where you can get some pretty good air. Ah, that hurts. That was just 1 second. Like here, I'm assuming someone got a clip of it. If you have a clip of it, let me know and I'll permit you. And I don't have anywhere that needs power generation right now. Take that back, I do. Well, that's a game over. It counts. It counts. Yeah. Your child will be 100% safe in that treehouse. I wish it kept the treehouse up there. And we could build a bridge that stands. But it takes an engineer to build the bridge that barely stands. Alright. I have a potato harvest all... I can't do it. I can't stop laughing. It's gonna sound like some, like, horrible dog sound or something. That's awful. That's terrible. That's the one I am sending. For the record, I had to clip at least... This is not the way I should have done this. Oh well, it's too late to turn around and rethink our choices. That is death right there. Bully, 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 bully. I don't know if that was a zombie hitting us or if that was us falling down. I am uncertain. Well, here comes the train. I don't think enough time to move, so back it up, 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 back it up. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's what you want. In the meantime, I see some nature and I don't like it. Look at nature's hubris being all over the place here. How dare nature? What is that? What is that? Hang on. What is that nightmare? Like, the helicopter didn't bring that much. No, I get that's from the trap, but it's the sheer number that's like, what? What? So prisoner, begin converting them. So let's see. They're a tough child. And they want to be in the mines. Alright. That thematically fits this in a very uncomfortable sort of way. And 3, 2, 1, it'll be fine. Hey, you're finally awake. Yep, they got me by the border. Well, I can't actually get out of the hole. I'm having to unstuck myself. Oh, that's honestly pretty underwhelming if I'm gonna be honest here. Okay, there's fuel in there, but because we pulled the reactor, it doesn't look like it's that bad. Nice. So yeah, literally all I had to do was just grab the reactor and be like, all right, get it out of here. Oh. There's apparently still fuel in that line. Oh no. Welp. And I was here a long time earlier today. I guess they call a tow truck. Marcus is gonna get caught one of these times. Alright, and I see, of course, it broke out the old GTA 5 clips. But thank you everyone for hanging out who, you know, wrote out that break and all that. I do know it is a common time for a bunch of people, like, you know, go check on others when you go on break, so I'm gonna grab a replacement drink real fast. I did the thing, I went to take a sip, and like, oh, there is only a sip left in that can. So let me go ahead and grab another one. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. It was just, I was like, oh, it's thirsty. Like, the temperature in here isn't bad. I don't know what's going on. It's like, all of the thermostats in the house are like reading reasonable, but like the temperature, everything feels, it's all over the place these last couple days. Where like the temperature will be the same and it'll be frigid cold. And the temperature, and it's not like just me, like me and Toom are both noticing, like, what the? And it'd be one thing to be like, okay, maybe our thermostat's broken. But we've got these stupid little like sticker things on the wall that also read the temperature, and they're like, nope, it's right. So there's that. Oh, I owe Legos, don't I? Let's see. I think I owe 300, not 3. I think I owe 3 Legos. Let me go get those knocked out real fast before we get back into it. Because those are from BitStar Strider dropped. So that's 1 Lego there. And then I need to get the next thing going. For those who don't know what this is all about, we do have a thing on the channel where for every 100 bits or sub, we go ahead and add a Lego piece to the kit. So they do add up over time. Alright, so we got 2 more pieces to do. Alright. And I got more stickers apparently. Where'd the sticker sheet go? Okay. We've got you. There'll be sticker 1. Like I said, you won't be able to see me when I put the stickers on them, because I need to be a little bit closer to me than I can do on the camera. So here's 1 piece. You're going to go through here. And you go on this thing. Right there. Cool. And then this should be the end of that stuff. Alright. And then this will be the last of the pieces for this step, if I'm not mistaken, which I very well might be. Alright. It's weird because that, there we go. Okay. So we have that whole thing built, and I believe we're caught up on our Lego pieces. Alright. He said you start at least 2 howls this weekend. Just got back home. You need to get used to mechanical keyboard from your little laptops. Alright. But things go pretty well. Right now, things are not going too great at the setup we're doing here. Like, it's going okay. The issue I'm running into is we're just getting one fight after the other, so we're getting lots of stats. And we are winning most of the fights. Like, once in a while we have a fight where... Oh my god, please. Another one? Go away! Who are you, and how have we not depleted the population of the planet at this rate? Alright. Gotcha. Well, I hope you end up doing a little bit better, or like, you know, whatever's going on there gets mitigated better. You know, you get the idea. Whatever is the appropriate thing. Yeah, so we're just getting into fight after fight after fight. But a lot of our home-based people are getting their early training knocked out pretty fast. A lot of our main fighters are actually getting quite a bit of skills, even though a lot of the fights we're getting in are softer targets. It's just because of the regular cadence of them. We're doing pretty okay. Please stop hitting Rual consistently. Rual, I need you to stop taking... Oh, come on. Every one of those hits was a chest hit on Rual. I was like, I need you to not take consecutive chest hits. Captain Brody, look, man. You're already down a leg. You're not going to be chipping a whole lot into the fight. Not that Rual's doing much better on this fight. It's like 5 for 5 chest hits on Rual. What are you doing? Your arm is broken. Oh! Oh, I understand now. Beep can physically not fight. Go ahead and go to sleep, Beep. Both of Beep's arms are currently broken, so Beep is incapable of fighting. Rual's just getting juggled by all the crossbows hitting them. Yeah, just the situation where everyone's still so injured from the last, like, 8 fights that fights we would normally have no problem with are just wearing us down. Alright, make sure they don't take your weapons, just your food. They got canceled out of it because Jaywalker got back up. Yeah, so probably steal all of our rations and all that. Yep. And all the meat. I actually am not that upset about that. Alright. Amusingly enough, they're still not attacking, because poor Beep can't fight right now. And with that, Beep is now healed enough to be able to fight. Not well with all the injuries, but technically able, and instantly goes down. That's fine. The caravan that was going to be visiting was defeated. Okay. Sure. So the caravan's not arriving because they lost. I'm apparently not the only one having a rough time out here. We're getting everyone patched up again. Getting people back into the beds. Did anyone else lose a limb? Because I'm honestly surprised if no one else has lost a limb. No, it's just Captain Brody so far. The caravan went to the wrong neighborhood. I'm pretty sure the neighborhood we moved into, that we are the wrong neighborhood. Because, you know, sure, there's a lot of blood on the ground that's not mine, but there's also a lot of blood on the ground that is mine. So how are we on our food now? Because I did grab the food from Rual. We do have actually a decent amount of food scattered in our party here. Honestly, we're pretty good on food still. We should take a moment. Check the inventories of the downed bandits that are still here. Because we did add down a couple after they stole stuff from us, so there is a chance that one or two of these bodies might be sitting on No. Not so lucky. I was kind of hoping one of the ones that stole food from us was one of the ones that went down, because I've had that before. And that's always a nice thing when it's like, oh man, I got robbed. Oh wait, never mind, there's my stuff. Cool. So we've got a bunch of them trying to recover now. Okay, so Vites is back up. If you hop into a bed and start recovering. I thought you said you weren't coming. I mean, I'm totally down if you want to be here. Alright, let's trade. Okay. And by that, let's run me out of money. Because this is perfect. And I know we're missing a limb. I'm not taking one of these limbs. Because we are just going to jumpstart the construction of this place. Thank you.
You're welcome. Fine.
You enjoy yours. She's like, okay, scurry off. It's pizza, I understand. I, too, would scurry off when pizza's involved. And I'll put medical there. Put some food there. Basically, we're spending a ton of money. Because I want all this stuff. Yeah, we don't really have room for the rest. And I'm pretty sure the base ops people are out of range. No, it's going to let me? Alright, I can get behind that. Don't question good things. Alright, so what should happen is we can run everyone over here. And have Rual and all of them chuck this stuff in the box. And then they can take it as they need it to build stuff. And that should let them finish building some of these houses and all that. So that'll help a lot. Because that's enough construction materials that should just jumpstart. Yeah, that's enough that they can build both these storm houses. Once people are up. You can go back to sleep in the meantime. And then you are currently unconscious, but you're our builder, so that's fine. You'll build once you're able to get up. You think ever do not pick stuff from the ground? Do you buy stuff and throw it out in the ground? I know I can. I don't like doing it that way. It ends up being clutter and I forget about it, and then I hit Alt later and I'll just see like a dozen different things laying all over the place. I'm like, what? And there is a process, I don't know how reliable it is one way or the other, that does go in after the fact and try to clean up messes, as it were. That's fine. You can literally build both of these with the amount of materials we have. Okay, it's been 30 seconds. It's time for another fight. It's all shoddy grade. There. Everyone has armor now. You know, that's the same group that attacked us before. Part of me is like, I know I shouldn't pick the fight because we're still beat up. You assume the cleanup is on the same sort of time schedule as vendor resets? Every 48 hours in game-ish? Oh, I have no idea. Because I usually don't pay that close attention to it because I don't normally care. Oh, cool. We actually do have a food container now. Because our goal here is to get that thing built. Partly so I can get a research bench built, and also partly because then I can go ahead and start tossing some down some beds. We don't have the fabric for the beds yet, but if I can start tossing down some beds inside, they're less likely to get randomly attacked. And then if we get like the proper beds, I don't remember what the healing rate is for like the sleeping bag style beds are, but the beds are like 4 times the healing rate. Yeah, we just let them go. Because they weren't the ones who stole the food. That was the starving bandits, I believe. Even then, I'm not that worried about they ran off. Well, actually, wait, were they the ones who stole our food? Nope, I'm not interested in dealing with that now. They're up to their eyeballs and beak things. So, if they have our food, now the beak things have our food. And they can keep it. I'm not that interested. As much as the beak things have been rolling through town, we haven't had to worry about it. Alright, so we got the first town. Do we have... So camp bed. Camp bed requires a sleeping bag. We're not going to worry about that. We can make a bed, and the bed requires fabrics and building material. We don't have those. So instead, we'll worry about making the first one the research location. Oh man, there could be 20 iron plates? That's going to take forever. Four X and 8X? Yeah, it's significant. Alright, so that's going to be a major project there. I don't think we have many metal plates yet. We have 2. Now, Vitez is working on getting not a whole lot of iron ready. To be fair, they've been unconscious for, like, the last forever. So we do want to keep our people resting and recovering. We do have another major attack rolling into town soon. So... you know, you get it. The good news is, with the amount of building materials, I should at least finish a couple segments of walls before they arrive. I was waiting for that beak thing to just roll it. Oh, actually, the beak thing is almost dead. Can't see the results of the others, though. I don't see a beak thing or that. So I shouldn't pick a fight with the beak thing. Where's the other attack? So I assume that's the demands. Honestly, let's do it. Because they might have a giant pile of our food and some equipment. And then these beak things are close enough to be a consistent danger to me. So if we run over here and knock it down while it's low. Everyone with Captain Brody. Oh yeah, Captain Brody. I mean, Captain Brody won't get anywhere anyway, so it's fine. Come on, you only need like 2 chest hits. There you go. Yeah, so Rual's just hurrying up here. I don't see the body that beak thing was working on eating. There it is. We did find the one with our food. That's the reason, like, no, I actually should go up there. I'm not seeing any others. But that took out the 2 beak things. It took out the dust bandits. Pretty sure we already looted that body. We got our food back. So yeah, that was definitely worth the trip up. Cool. Okay, now this looks like Kenshi. Oh, just being in the sand. Hey, Arch, how's it going? Can I get a shout out for Arch Play Stuff? For those who don't know, Arch Play Stuff, absolutely fantastic content creator on the platform. So I definitely recommend checking out. What did I see you playing there, Dave? I'm pretty sure I saw you playing... Did I see you playing Pacific Drive the other day? I've lost track. Time stops having meaning after a while, and everything blends together into one big blur. But, definitely good times over there. I highly recommend checking out Arch. Fellow member of the house, you had frequency stream. You been doing a drive? Yeah. So you're still building stuff. You're about to finish. Alright, so it is time for yet another fight. The cooldown is because you already did a shout out. Gotcha. Oh yeah, you already got shouted at? Gotcha. So the last time they showed up, we broke their jaw and they left. Like, quite literally, that's what we did. Right then. Here's your options. Stab him in the face. Okay. That was weird. So, we're probably actually going to lose this fight, because other than these 3 who have been resting, everyone else is in terrible shape. Like, Captain Brody is still missing a leg because we haven't had a chance to leave. We're just being chain attacked. That's cool. The thing, I will just get ahead of that and say, you know, be careful about mentioning, you know, the streams and all that, like who you're watching or whatever. Because a lot of time that gets into like the promotion, self-promotion kind of thing that is generally frowned upon. But it is cool that, you know, you are watching multiple streams and all that good stuff. I do the same. Alright. And for those who didn't catch the beginning of the stream, there is a big PSA going out right now. Be careful playing games built on the Source engine or using the easy anti-cheat. While it's most likely the Source engine at fault, there is a remote code vulnerability out there at the moment that is related to one of them. We just don't know which one. Could you not let Jay Walker float in the ocean or in the lake, please? Oh, it's not AC. I don't think, like, I've been saying I would suspect it's the Source engine. You think some people are calling it, Apex Glitch? You play Left 4 Dead daily. Now, like, Left 4 Dead 2 might not be a problem, but it's as well as things we don't know. What Source? So the Source engine is the engine that, like, Left 4 Dead 2 is, it's Valve's engine. I haven't been able to catch up with the news on it recently, but I know the there's a lot of things suspecting it was probably the Source engine, but I haven't heard confirmation one way or the other on what the actual remote code execution is at. You don't know? Do game engines have the level access? I mean, they write to your file system. Like, you can get malware through video games. Like, that's a thing. Not a super common thing, but it is a thing. That's one reasons why you usually want to stick to the more reputable stores and all that, because they're far more likely to do stuff to ensure that kind of behavior is not happening. Because those platforms do have an interest in making sure their software's on the up and up. The only time it's... Oh, yeah. It'll be one of those things that until they actually verify what is the problem, then you have to worry. Yeah, exactly as Arch is playing. It's any executable, so exe.bat, there's, what are some of the other ones? There's a bunch of them. Was it not SRC? What is the other one? The .msi? Any of those type of files, all of them can be dangerous. That doesn't mean they are, but it just means you need to trust who you've got it from, because all of them can do nefarious things. And even then, it doesn't have to be stuff like that. It can be stuff that should normally be fairly benign, like configuration files and all that can be malicious. If the application running that file isn't well designed, you can use that as a code injection method sometimes. Probably run ones, it's usually not a concern, but it's just one of those things you do have to be careful to trust where you get your files. It's one of the reasons why, you know, the conventional wisdom is like, if you don't know who you're getting your software from, then, you know, don't use that source. It's also one of the reasons why I'm not as big on modding and all that kind of stuff. Is, well, not very often. We have absolutely had times that, you know, we've gotten malware through the modding scene. Usually it's stuff like crypto farm mining stuff and things like that. Most of those have not been too bad, but it does happen. So it's one of those things that, like, the more you go off into, like, kind of the fringe mods, the more risk you're taking. Because the more people have been using a mod, the less likely it is to have problems. Not that it won't. There has been, more so in, like, code libraries, there's been countless times that a library that's been extremely popular for a long time, the person maintaining it gets a chip on their shoulder about something or other, or, you know, times get desperate, whatever the reasoning is. And then they update it, and they sneak in malware. That's become a hot issue a couple times in dev. That's the thing, variety streamers malware through game demos, fake game demos. Yeah, that's the reasons why when a game is like, hey, we'd like you to play your game, like Steam Next Fest, like, hey, we would like you to play your game for Steam Next Fest. Cool. If they just like give me a link to some like Google Drive or something, it's like, yeah, that's gonna be a big old no in my book. Yeah, I'm sorry, this feels way too sketchy. It may be fine on the up and up, but absolutely not. But if it does become one of those things that like they take you, you know, Steam or Epic or someplace, I was like, all right, that's fine, because then I can look and say, hey, has this game had a bunch of reviews, have a bunch of people downloaded, is it like listed somewhere? Like I can check to see if it has like any foot traffic whatsoever. If it does, you're usually fine. Versus if you pull up a game and it sounds like it's a bigger game and it's like there's not any data on it at all, like no one talking to the community or anything, you're like, all right, is this like, you know, is this Pacific Rive that, you know, they just like made one letter difference and tried to sneak it past? Because that happens on Steam sometimes. Like very, very famously, what was the game recently that's been the one that's been getting around? Oh man, it was the what was it? It's Helldivers. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff making fake versions of Helldivers out there so that people accidentally buy the wrong game. It's interesting that is such a problem though. I haven't looked in what it takes to put a game on Steam in a long time. It used to be to license with Steam was $100 per year. And I'm sure that's changed over the years, because that's information that's like 10, 12 years old now. But it was like, it was $100. There was a review process. It wasn't like a super duper in-depth review process, but there was a review process. And then you put up the game, and then they had, I believe they had an automated testing system that you'd have to pass, and it wasn't like super duper thorough back then. But it just takes to test some basic things. Like there's a whole thing where they will actually sit there and like just do a couple of like running tests, automated stuff that, like I said, I have no idea how good, bad, or otherwise it is. But it surprises me that a game that deliberately fakes itself to be something else still manages to creep through there. Wrong game happens even with A and AAA sphere though. Outer Wilds versus Outer Worlds. So, but that's more just name confusion. That is an honest, like that wasn't people trying to deliberately and like maliciously do that. Versus the Helldivers thing, they were literally stealing the icon and everything. Like they were 100% trying to make people go and get the wrong thing. Versus, you know, like when you have like Railway Empire, or, you know, Railway whatever, or Railway this. Yeah, Steam price is $100, 30% cut is 0 till Steam got $100 refunded to the dev. So Steam only got 100%, 30% cut. I missed whatever that is, Bentley. No, my what I'm talking about is when it comes to licensing with Steam. Let's see, they were older established games and they changed their names. Ah, I see that. I understand. Gotcha. So you'd have like a game that's been around that maybe wasn't as successful as they had wanted, and then, you know, a person like flips to get the name confusion to do like a cash out kind of thing. You know, because they know they're gonna get their account suspended or whatever. Unless like, or they got compromised or whatever. Alright. Steam get $100 at first? Okay. Yeah, no, that's 30% of 0 is 0. I'm sorry, I was getting caught up on the $100 thing because I was talking about the licensing. Because for those who don't know, when you go to publish like apps on, you know, iOS and Android and Windows Phone back in the day, And then like, you know, Steam and Epic Games, a lot of them, they will basically make you get an account. Or actually, I think Xbox the same way, you'll make you get an account with that. That usually to publish a game, you have to pay, it's like an annual fee. And that was actually one of the big draws for Windows Phone development back in the day that they tried to do to get more people to put their applications on there, was at the time, I think iOS was $200 to set up, and then Android was $100 to use the store and all that. And then I think Windows made, it was like $100, and Windows Phone then dropped it to like 20 or 15 or free or something like that. Yeah, so you're saying basically, you're not going to cut to the $100 or funding back. Okay, so you're saying that they basically changed it, so instead of you writing a check for $100, not literally a check, but paying $100, you're saying what happens is the account setup is free. When you put the game up, of your sales, the first $100 gets absorbed, and then you start getting the money. So you basically pay the licensing that way. I mean, I guess it's still $100. But, and that was always seen as like a barrier to entry for people who are going to con and scam and all that. There's a lot of discussion of whether or not that actually works, but there's at least, there's certainly at least something. You in English? Then do not get any cut till $100 for funded back? Yeah. What is attacking us now? Oh, a blood spider? I didn't know those were here. I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna kill it, and then we're gonna use its meat. But, like, also, thanks, man. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright. There's just no breaks this place. Our star says external screaming. It's dead now. Oh man, Vitas is like right about to lose their leg. Someday we'll make forward progress on this base. I mean, we have. We got the 2 buildings done. They're making progress on the research bench. The windmill's half done. We're starting to build the wall. It's just the treadmill of fight after fight, while we're gaining tons of stats on our characters, which is super nice. And half the things that are showing up are dropping us food to eat. Hey, Tessa, how's it going? With the trader's help, things have come along faster. Oh yeah, no, that was the thing. It's like we were sitting on like 50,000. I'm like, you know what? This money doesn't do me any good if I don't spend it. And this is keeping us tied down to the spot. So let's just try and jumpstart this up. Alright, so we're just waiting for people to recover. Because I need to get someone to do a run to get Captain Brody leg. You're missing your left leg, right? Yes. Honestly, you know what we might do? Let's do a quick save. Hey, you got a mission here, what was that? What was that? Was that an event? No. Alright. Beep. You got yourself a mission, friend. I need you to run up here. Because you're fast. I need to see if you can't snag a left leg for us. And by snag, I mean purchase, not steal. So yeah, Beep, do a quick run over there, grab a left leg, and bring it back for Captain Brody. Because getting away from this place is just not happening in a timely manner. And if I can get Beep to run over here to the Deadlands and grab that. Because Beep should be fast enough now that they can escape most of the time from Beak things. When publishing Steam, you make your $100 deposit. Steam will pay it back by not taking the hurt. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Right, so you pay your $100, and then, you know, Steam will basically recoup you the $100 from your sales. Yeah, the Beak, I think there's like Elder Beak things that can get to like 30 or something miles per hour. But, we're right along that, 26 miles per hour, which usually, even if you're a hair slower than an enemy, it doesn't get a chance to like wind up its hits, that you can still just make it work. Because I wanted to send... Alright, we got another attack going. That's fine, so people running there. Some more dust bandits, that's fine. We're probably recovered enough that they'll handle dust bandits just fine. So left leg, just confirming, left leg. Alright. So we need a left leg. So it's a KLR specialist left. Do you have a masterwork, maybe? Alright, KLR masterwork left leg. Cool. The KLR is not the fastest leg, but the KLR as a leg is a pretty solid one for just... It's got a lot of health, it's relatively good. So they're a pretty good combat leg. There's the scout legs if you want to go real fast. Alright, Darth Strider. But, they'll help you if you want to go real fast and all that good stuff. Let's turn it this way. Vitez is slowly making their way to the fight with their almost missing right leg. Please don't immediately lose your leg and require me to run back. I just spent 27,000 cats, so we're not doing particularly well on our finances. But what we've actually done is we've simply invested in making them better. Because everyone else has their soft, squishy, malleable legs. Yeah, Captain Brody's gonna have a leg of unspecified metal. It's a shame none of these people who are attacking us carry bandages. Oh. Meanwhile, they're just sitting back here popping shots. To be fair, Eonek is doing the exact same thing. Just hiding behind the steel production being like, what if I put a whole lot of arrows into people? I'd like you to split targets that way. Split targets that way. One of them is not just standing back firing arrows into us the whole time, please. Alright. And before we get too far, let's have Eonek go and make sure they're topped off in bolts. Good enough. Alright, we'll definitely need a backpack for Eonek. And once again, the entire home team is unconscious. Ah, yes. That is progress, question mark? I mean, they're gaining stats, so it actually is progress. It feels like every time I turn around, everyone has to recover. Okay, so you're back up. Yep. Everyone do love themselves some beep. Who's about to arrive with the leg. Alright, so Captain Brody is over here. How would you like to once again stand, Captain Brody? Fix that. So chuck the Lego to Captain Brody, who just slaps it right on in. And just like that, Captain Brody is back up and running. Alright. So home team is back up and recovering. And slowly but surely getting the research bench done, which will be good, because that's the reason we haven't run out of here, is we're all sitting on an absolute mountain of books. We've also got the wheat straw. And the idea is if I build the research bench, I can just chuck all of that in there. So you can go to sleep now. If we're all run over here for a minute. Okay, you're good. Beowulf can go to sleep now. Did you really? Okay. I was like, you got like 1 hit point missing. Don't take the beds. I need other people to be recovering. A holy assault moves towards your outpost. Could you please? A holy assault, there's a good chance is out of my capabilities of dealing with. Because the Holy Nation attacks are one of the more rough attacks to ride through. They have pretty good armor they use. So we got a while till they're here. Seems a bit early for that type of attack. I know, right? Considering I haven't actually... You know what I bet it is? It's because we did the start where we start with bounties of the Holy Nation is probably part of it. But we actually haven't interacted with the Holy Nation yet this run. So I'm trying to get eyes on this attack before it gets here, so I can see how their numbers are. If their numbers aren't bad, even though I know it'll be a losing fight, I'll fight it out just to get the stats. If they roll in with like 50 people, we might just do the whole thing where you run off to the side and be like, not my problem. You also never know when they're going to run to a bunch of beak things and just get wrecked by like 7 beak things. Oh, good. A blood spider. Yes, I should come up the road along here somewhere. I think when we were looking at this, I was like, hey, this is probably going to be a rough spot where we're going to be attacked by a bunch of different people. But that's fine. We can just kill everybody. And once they're all dead, they'll stop attacking us, right? I do think the Black Dragon Ninjas will be the next one we go after, because they have attacked us. And of the things that have attacked us recently, they're probably the one that we have the best chance of actually knocking down. That's a big attack. Alright, everyone here. Quit your jobs. Run. New plan. Hey, Rual. Beep's moving a little slow. Let's go ahead and grab them. The Arbiter. Same with Vites. Moving a little slow. Let's grab them. What happened to Beep? Just got lots of fights. Oh, good. There's a whole group of starving bandits over there. Yeah, no, they're going back to regroup with Rual, because I have them set to guard Rual. So put them down, because they can actually fight. Put them down. Alright, so what we're gonna do real fast is since Beep's real quick, Beep is just gonna run over here to trigger them starting their whole dialogue where they're like, we're gonna attack Dark Ones, yada yada yada, heresy, whatever their issue is. And then once that's gone, we're just gonna walk away. And we're gonna let them carry on doing what they're gonna do. Where are they? No, that's all heretics must be burned. Yeah, that's about right. So no dialogue, they just straight up ran in and started fighting. That's fine. So what they'll more than likely do is just run back and forth between our buildings, which have nothing in them to steal. Literally, there's nothing. I mean, actually, there's a tiny bit of food they could steal. And that's it. So I'm not going to worry about too much. Now you're an animal trader. Animal trader, like, never has money. That's a downside. This town next to me, I can't really use it for trade of any kind. Who's this? Hey, Dust Bandit, you want to go in and fight some Holy Nation? You get so throttled so fast. Okay. You think they should damage buildings if nobody is home in Kenshi 2? So there is actually a thing that can happen in Kenshi 1 vanilla that under specific circumstances, instead of just where they run back and forth in your base like they're doing right now, that they will actually just take over your base and you have to go in and clear them out. But I have only, I think, seen it happen one time the entire time I played Kenshi with or without mods. Most of the time, they just do like the Holy Nation. They go in here, they cause trouble, and they leave. Or a lot of the bandit groups will just go and cause trouble and leave. I think you have to create like a situation where they're effectively displaced, that kind of thing. Honestly, you know what? Hey, Rual's team? Make your move to Squin while we're waiting. Was that the queue that they left? Probably was, right? Nope, Holy Nation's still there. So you all chill here. Troublemakers are gonna go and make their move to get more backpacks. Did they stop? Let them get closer so we can actually see what's going on. Did it say they stopped? I missed the dialogue. Okay, you can go back over there and go back to work. But meanwhile, we're gonna take a quick detour by the Troublemakers. We're gonna go Squin. Did I literally step 2 seconds away and then get into a fight? We back off. We shouldn't get the whole group, because that's a real big group. Well, hate that. I'm gonna have to fight the Beak Thing. Alright. Beak Thing wants to play. Beak Thing rolling on in. Yeah, so they're all bunched up, so they're all gonna get hit. Put them on blocks, they spread out. They're not doing it. They used to work. Go to the other side. Go to that side. Just don't be all in the same place. So the plan was to quickly sneak off, grab a couple of the ninja backpacks, and run back real quick. And not immediately get attacked by a beak thing. But, you know. That's fine. Yeah, I figure we're gonna have a couple people get downed by beak things. Alright. Jay Walker will get back up on their own. Let's take like 2 minutes. The good news is the hungry... You know what? I'm glad I didn't go down there. There's a 3-way fight going down there. I see that there's the hungry bandits, there's the dust reavers, and about 4 beak things. You know what? That sounds like absolute anarchy down there. Oh yeah, no, we've been able to take the beak things down consistently since, like, kind of the beginning of stream and all that. The issue with it is just not even what we're fighting, it's just the attrition. Getting into fights again and again and again and not fully recouping between them. Case and point. We have taken 10 steps. We are now under attack. Sounds like a them problem. Yep. But the good news is we are gaining lots of stats. When we started stream, Rual was doing about 15 per hit, and we're at about 35 per hit now. And Captain Brody is still managing to climb up the martial arts slowly. No, you're just limping along. Soul Adams is currently unconscious, but now I wait till you got up. And good old Beep is just very happy about being the strongest, always. Alright, so you go ahead and pick them up. How long do you have? You can get up on your own, but I don't feel like waiting on it. Look. I need you not be that slow. Okay, you're actually back up on your own. Okay, let's get back over here. Captain Broy's a little bit slower than everyone because of the leg injury. That's fine, they'll get there. Why are you scattering like we're under attack? That's fine. We're right near town, so Captain Broy should be able to catch up. Gotta keep working at athletic skill. Because the plan is to do like a very quick, as fast as we could, you know, run off to the next town, get back, that kind of thing. It just didn't work out that way. So you can go to sleep, you can go to sleep, and you can go to sleep. Alright. But we're making some progress. Like I said, the stats are getting way better. Most people are getting into the 20s and 30s and whatever their respective weapon is. Captain Brody is kind of the outlier, which isn't surprising that Captain Brody be that far behind. Just because they did lose their leg for a good while, and we were just struggling to get enough room away from the fight to go off and grab a leg for him. Just one random starving bandit by themselves. Cool, I guess. Alright, you can go ahead and go to sleep. Alright. We'll definitely need to be able to get some type of cloth going here. I'm pretty sure that if we try to, like, I think both hemp and cotton will grow not so great here. They'll grow, so getting cloth will be a little tricky. But that's those things that could grow like 3-4 fields over here on the end, let them take forever to grow, and then just have like the auto cotton or the auto hemp cloth making thing. And that'd be plenty to sustain our bandages and whatnot. Okay, I did not figure you could be way back here doing that, but that's fine with me, I guess. Alright, research bench is almost done. Fabrics are also used in weapon and armor crafting, if you're going to dive into those at all. So the weapons, not really, because weapon crafting in the game is pretty, honestly, kind of crap. Because it's unfortunately, you can never make the best weapons. And it's just way easier just find the best weapons in the game versus trying to craft them. Versus the armor, it's the other way around. There's not many sources for, like, the top tier armor in the game. And a lot of it's RNG drop kind of stuff. So you can actually take the time to get your people to more consistently be able to make, like, masterwork crafted armor. So crafting it can be worth grinding for, but weapons in general are pretty underwhelming, unfortunately. And there are mods that let you make the metal weapons crafting. Yeah, that's not wrong, that you can make edge type 1 or 2. Like, to me, if you're either trying to make a run, like, I could definitely see the interest of making a run where we're going to use only use our own crafted equipment kind of thing. I could see that being kind of a fun run. Probably not one to stream though, but probably a fun one because there'd be a lot of just letting the base do base things while you walk around the map and like hit softer targets. Or it devolves to being a martial arts run because you're waiting to have decent enough equipment and you end up getting decent martial arts in the interim and then you go, do I backtrack now? Okay. We're really in a meat grinder at the moment? We are. Like, and it works out because they're softer targets coming in, you know, big numbers. So we actually are gaining a lot of combat stats. It definitely, though, we are struggling to make not combat progress. Are we having a good stream? I am having a good stream, thank you. This is a really weird track to be listening to while this big fight's going on. It's like straight up elevator music. Surprisingly, the Starving Bandits have actually been doing better than us. Than the Dust Bandits for fighting us quite a bit. Okay, so Kira Liz needs a right leg. which is a problem because I don't have the money for a decent one. Yeah, we had a material trader who was selling a little bit of fabric, and I didn't think to buy it at that time. I wish I had, because it would only been, like, not quite a bit. So, I mean, there's only, like, 1 or 2 metallic falling stars in the game, and you ain't gonna wait around for the vendors to restock Edge 3s for your squad. Different people at 15. Oh, yeah. You never played this race? Yeah, so the Hivers are an interesting race. The big negative about them is they're a lot more frail than the other races. Like, their limbs have a max health of, I believe, 75, versus, other races, it's like 100, 120. Or I think even skeletons, it might go up to 200. So they have a tendency to lose limbs a lot more than the other races. Gearless is surprisingly not unconscious despite losing a leg. Alright, so Soul Adams has their right arms busted. So they're just farming dodge right now. Dodge and toughness. I mean, they're keeping some enemies tied up. So that's still something. Meanwhile, ENX is back there, it's like, and then I started blasting. Just chaining that person that keeps trying to advance on them. And just keeps getting plugged again and again with a bolt. Finally got through, and ENX was already too injured to properly fight it off. You're back up? Yeah, they'll do that a lot, because we're getting a lot of toughness that we can actually endure quite a bit before we stay down. Which, again, really helps with the building things up. Poor Soul Adams literally doesn't have a usable arm right now. So... Oh, I didn't see that you got back up. I was like, why'd Captain Brody fall down? We actually, it looks like we win the fight in the long run. It was messy. Tell me you didn't lose your leg. Okay, you didn't lose your legs, they're just really unhappy. Alright, so. Kira Liz needs a new right leg. Unfortunately, our budget for new right legs is... It's bad. It's real bad. That's the way we'll phrase it, is it's real bad. So the right leg you're gonna get is gonna be not the best, cause I can't do much more for you right now. Yeah, it's gonna probably be like, I might actually be able to get like an okay skeleton leg, like not a high-end one, but just an okay one will probably work. So we did technically win that fight. It was definitely not a clean victory, but a lot of times these are the best type of victories you can have, the ones where you barely eke out at the end, because it usually is the ones you're going to walk away with the most stats without suffering any real losses. Alright, how fast can you run right now? 23? That should be doable. Alright, so... Beep, buddy. It's time to go shopping again. So everyone else is recovering. Beep is going on a quick run to find a replacement leg. We are in Shem. We're like kind of right in the middle of it. It has been a fatiguing location to have a base. Because as you can see, we're still in the very early setup of our base, and we have been in a never-ending meat grinder of a fight between starving bandits and dust bandits and the Black Dragon ninjas and the Holy Nation and the random beak things rolling through constantly. there's just been like no breaks. Half of the stuff we got built here is because a trade caravan showed up and we just bought everything. So it's 100% on arid and 10% on green. So we can grow green stuff there, but it won't be good. Like it'll be pretty underwhelming. But if people want to eat a lot of cactus, we can make the cactus happen. The hell are you looting the dead? They're not actually dead, they're sleeping. Do you even have food? The water's also good and the fertility's also good here. It was generally, like, it's really actually surprising how decent the spot is. So, like, the water 65, fertility 100, stone 95, iron 98, copper 50. Like, these are all pretty solid. Arid 100%, but the green 10%. Because what at a time your bandits kicked you out of your base there, you had to come back later and kick them out. They controlled the turrets, but you could still dismantle them. Yeah, that's what I was saying, is that's actually one of those things you can run into. Under very specific circumstances, you'll have people take over your base as opposed to just running in and stealing your stuff. A fertile cactus desert? Yeah, I mean, weirdly actually makes sense. If you go to the valley in California, that's pretty much the climate there. It is a desert, and the soil is impeccable. Yeah, that's what I did here. So they'll have to wade through the water, and we'll have our harpoons up here, and this'll just be a bad time for whoever's attacking. Not that we can't still be overwhelmed by just raw numbers, but you know, slowly wading through the water little by little as you're being impaled by harpoons. It's a rough way to go. And then your guys become expert swimmers almost overnight. Oh yeah, no, the speed you level swimming in this game is like really silly. Now the downside is if you replace almost all your limbs with the mechanical limbs over time, that gets to be pretty awful, which is going to happen with hivers. Like Eonek might actually get away like late game without losing very many limbs, because Eonek isn't going to get hit too much in melee compared to everyone else. But like Captain Brody is like doomed to lose all of their limbs. If you're a martial artist who's a hiver, your limbs are already gone. And it's honestly true even of not hivers. Like, very genuinely, martial artists have a tendency to lose their limbs pretty quick. Because every time you punch or kick someone wearing armor, you take a pretty decent, like, backlash type hit. Then you get mechanical limbs, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. Alright, so take the leather. Well, the hides. Okay, so Ian, or Captain, knows, who was missing? It was Kirla's. Right leg. Alright, so we need a right leg. We've only got 11,000 to work with, so KLR is, like, right out. But a regular quality... Ooh, can I make that happen? Because a high quality... Well, that's a KLR. Let's look for, You know, actually, for the home team... a scout leg wouldn't even be that bad. I still can't afford it, so it doesn't do me any good, but... Skeleton right? Skeleton right? Skeleton right would be good. We could do a high quality right leg. Alright, so we got a high quality leg for you, Kirliz. So where we thought we were gonna have to give you like the discount budget leg, we actually got you something nice. We managed to shop around a little bit and get you something nice. That's honestly not a bad move for someone who's gonna be running around the base a lot. because that movement speed will be pretty nice in that circumstance. Whereas for a lot of other situations, I would probably want a combat leg. Sorry, because the big negative of the scout leg is they just don't have a lot of life. Alright, everyone get back up. It's been 30 seconds. It's time for another fight, apparently. It's especially interesting since we did wipe out, we've already killed we've already captured the Dust King. Alright, you just want to stroll through? I can live with that. You know what? That is fine by me. Oh, do you get beaten the crap out? You know what I think happened? I think I looked away and Beep got beaten the crap out of by a mechanical spider. That's fine. They'll get home. They'll get the leg over here. We'll get people resting. The big issue is there's not many vendors in that area to buy a bunch of variety of goods. So if I'm going to want to buy, like, cloth and bags and stuff like that, I'm probably going to have to go, instead of going up there. Alright, so we got a beak thing up there. I'll probably have to go to different locations. Let's check your inventory real fast. I'll need to shift a bunch of this all over to the side. Actually, we might be able to make this work. So, limbs, and then grab... Beep. Show your inventory as well. There. Now, Kira Liz has a brand new run fast leg. Okay, so the question is, will I be able to get my main team to be able to leave this location long enough to make down to the Flats Lagoon, do a trade and get back? Probably not. We literally have a group of dust bandits rolling on us right this second. No breaks ever. You're just gonna be chill about this? Okay. I'm getting confused, because usually they roll through and they always cause a problem. But right now, since we're, like, recovering our injuries, I really don't mind them, like, just not bothering. Oh, you're still unconscious for a long time because limb trauma. I'm gonna actually take you out of that bed, though, because you're not actually hurt. You're just unconscious. Which feels weird to say that. And so we're loading up all the copper there. Not making too much progress there. The big thing is the home team isn't getting much done because they're injured constantly. We'll probably end up needing to do a recruitment drive to get a couple more people for the home team. And not too long to keep this going. We'll also need someone to, like, focus on the farming. We're not there yet. Do we still have food in there? I don't remember if the Holy Nation stole it or not. No, we actually got food there. That's fine. Alright, Beep's gonna take the bed now for a little while. Let's see, that was really handy having a place to go to get limbs when you need them. Oh yeah, because we have, like, two of the best places to get limbs. Like, Deadlands is the best place to get limbs. Flat Lagoons is pretty good. You have way up here in the Hidden Foresters, the World's End is pretty good. But Deadlands is hands down the best place to get limbs. It's also a really good place to get weapons. It's kind of the one... A Beast Trader's on their way. Okay, it's like, saw the message, like, don't set another attack. We're still recovering. So you pop out of there, Kirillus can go in the bed, Rual's apparently taking the bed because they have 1 hit point left them perfect, so it's their turn, I guess. Alright, let's actually have all of them pop up. Because the Beast Trainers usually have, like, no money. We're going to start moving down here. I think everyone should be able to keep up now. No, Jaywalker's still pretty banged up. So Jaywalker, go to sleep. Soul Adams, go to sleep. I'll go ahead and have Luxray pop in there and go to sleep for a while. We're going to try and wait till Jaywalker's leg's a little bit better so they can keep up with everything. Oh, dead limbs? I thought you said dead limbs. I mean, sometimes they come together. We'll definitely want to upgrade all of our mining prospects and all that eventually. But right now, because I'm using all of the building materials immediately, it's hard to be like, hey, let's stop and upgrade this thing. If I go and I run out and I buy some, that'll make it nice and easy to do. Alright, so there's 5 more there. How am I doing on time, by the way? Alright, fair enough. Okay, depends on what limbs you want. A mongrel can be better for the higher likelihood of stealth thief limbs and arms. Yeah. I don't know very many runs that you tend to lean towards the stealth/stealing past the early game. Because usually once you get established, like, you know, going out of your way to do more stealing and all that really doesn't matter much. Okay, so let's have this team now go towards there. Yeah, so everyone can keep up finally. Cool. Where are you going, Captain Brody, and why are you doing it? You're getting food. Okay. Fair enough. Do you know what I see in our future? I see another big fight. Because I don't feel like working around it. If we go and we fight in our group and knock him down, that's just skill training. They're turning towards me right now, and... actually, we might just pass each other. That might work out. Might not work out for home team, because they're heading straight there, but, you know. We'll run down here real fast, and then we'll be back for home team. Because you still have medical supplies, right? Yeah, you got a set of good bandages, some okay bandages, some okay bandages. You've almost got that research bench built. Almost got the research bench built. It's so close. Alright. Do a quick save. And this team should be able to handle themselves against most things. Surprisingly, the beak thing didn't notice us. Nomads, that's fine. I just tried to check to make sure it wasn't a, let's not aggro that beak thing if we don't have to. You consider this Venge? Oh, yeah, we absolutely are cutting through Venge. So we want to not spend any longer than Venge than we need to. The sky lasers can actually wipe us out in one big blast. Luckily, they don't show up at night. Alright, I'm not feeling this track. Let's move on to the next track. Alright. is like getting distortion and everything on it. It's like, but why would you record it with the distortion? And the answer is because people are weird. I don't know. People have weird tastes. That's my entire stance on it. People have weird tastes. Alright, so we're basically across Venge. Let's check on our base ops. Everyone doing fine here for 2 seconds. Yep, we're starting to get our exterior perimeter up, at least so that we don't have random beak things rolling through and eating our faces constantly. Everyone's just doing their best to try and produce stuff. Alright, and there's our destination. So we're gonna run down here. We're gonna grab... I don't even remember what we're coming down here for. We were grabbing something. It wasn't books, it wasn't limbs. I think I mostly wanted to sell all this leather we've been piling up. And just bring what we can back to get things moving along back there. Poor Captain Brody. With the mechanical limb, they swim extra slow. Because I don't think they do the ninja backpacks here. We can find out. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. Do you have anything I care about for selling? No. That works out well. Because they can all run in and you can just practice swimming. And we can go ahead and get the sale going, get all this junk out of our inventory. We don't really need to buy food. We've just got piles of meat from all the beak things. Alright. They do have the backpacks. Okay, so sell these. Sell the teeth. Sell these. Alright, so thieves... I cannot afford a singular thieves backpack. How much are you? 5,000. Look. That's kind of annoying, actually. We could probably make this work. Let's just get rid of these. I'm probably not going to be able to grow that there anyways worth anything worthwhile. Alright, so I need 5,000. You're worth 27 each. That's a decent amount of money I gotta make on just selling raw meat. We'll sell the tools. I've been sitting on those for a while. We'll keep the foul meat, because the foul meat isn't worth anything.
Thank you Luxray26 for subscribing for 10 months. Woo, 10 months.
Thank you, Luxray, for the tier 1 sub. I really do appreciate that. And that's 10 months you've been subbed to the channel. So thank you so much for that continued support. It does mean a whole heck of a lot that you continue supporting that long. And I really do appreciate it. So thank you again for that continued support. And I do hope you've been enjoying the stream. Alright, so the good news is that now means Eonek has a nice giant backpack to toss all of this in. So we still need 2 more backpacks. That's fine. We dumped a bunch of stuff I don't really need. We got a backpack. We took a quick detour away. I don't think that's why I came down here, but that's what we did. So you know we're here now. Alright, the farm trader has shown up at our place. Who has what in their inventory? No one has anything for sale. I also have no money. Did it say arrived? I don't see it. Is it on its way here? Oh. And just like that, we are getting set up. More carry weight and all that. We got a quick little run off there to drop off. Because we had 2 full inventories of leather. That's good news. That only needs 3 more iron plates, and then once that's done, we're good there. Poor Captain Brody. They keep getting left behind because you'll notice their max swim speed is 1 mile an hour because of that leg, versus everyone else is at 3 and 4. Give them a second to catch up so we all move as a group so Captain Brody doesn't get picked off by like the one beak thing who falls behind. Or this pair of wolves that's attacking us, well, heading towards us right now, but probably going to attack us. Yup. There they come. That's fine. Base Ops is also under attack. Okay, so it's starving bandits. They're gonna get beaten the crap out of, but should be left alive. And these wolves can actually be pretty rough because they do hit really fast. And they too have an AoE attack. Nowhere near as bad as the beak things, though. Just to make sure it doesn't get back up. Come on. Two more good head hits and that one's done. One more head hit. Come on, you can do it. Nope. Alright, don't eat any of us. You're attacking others. And how are you doing right now? You are gradually getting beaten the crap out of. Fair enough. Yeah, now it did weaken up a bunch of them pretty hard. Like, you saw that one was basically dead. Or so that was basically already downed. You just didn't quite get a chance to finish them. Alright, you will probably get back up. A lot of them are pretty badly hurt. But I do need them to recover enough to start bandaging. As long as we can get some bandaging started, we should be okay. Alright, we'll see how badly people are hurt. I have no idea if Black Dog... Who the heck is Black Dog? They're neutral with us, apparently. That doesn't really mean anything, because neutral can still mean that they will attack on sight. Let's be fast and loot these. All right. So I've got all of them. Oh, this is the person trying to sell us lamp. Unless you have a hive lantern with you, we have one you can have. Not free, though. Yeah, right, not interested. You regret not buying the lantern from us, no hive. I said no. Hiveless, you're being stupid. There's only one chance to buy the Lantern of Radiance. Otherwise, you can never go to the Mists, ever. The special item, it's unique. Honestly, I don't have that much money. This is a special discount, no Hive. This is a good deal. Here, take a look at it. I told you don't have enough money. No more discount for you. 2,500 cats. Let's finish this, no Hive. I'm going. Take the hint already. You're going? How rude. Why would you not accept the offer? We gave you special price as well. Just for you. You insult the queen. Curse you, no Hives. The missiles will swallow you whole. You'll die. Okay, that's helpful, I guess. Alright, meanwhile, some of these people can get back up. So, we can have Luxray put down Rual. She-Wolf can put down Beep. Jaywalker is in recovery coma. Man, your arm is real bad shape. Okay. You're such a used car salesman. It's just the way they are. Alright, so we did manage to get through that without dying. We did get pretty roughed up. One of the dangers with the bone dogs, though, is sometimes they will stop and eat you. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they just run around. They're kind of a wild card in that one. Versus the beak things, unless there's something else immediately around them that they want to fight, they are absolutely eating you. Okay, so running around, doing whatever. Surprisingly not stealing the food out of the barrel for some reason. But we'll get there and get into a fight and go from there. I would really like them to stop. We'll probably eventually go and I'll grab Sadneil and just put Sadneil up as like a permanent turret operator. Same with like Agnew, just have them cover, like put harpoons up here on the wall and just let them pick at anything down below. Alright. Group of beak things up ahead I gotta watch out for. Which I've already lost track of. They were over there somewhere. Yeah, they're right there. So our characters are running straight at them, so let's cut farther to the right. Okay, we get to fight some starving bandits. Love it. Not really. Alright. Oh, good. Euna can carry the person and just still use their crossbow without a big deal. Yeah, Rual, knock it down. That's the big problem, is a lot of these people are already pretty hurt on our end. It wouldn't be so bad, but everyone we're fighting, none of them carry like bandages or food or much like any equipment we're stealing or anything. So it's really just, well, we're fighting for stats. What else? That's all. And Kenshi doesn't have the concept of like you keep fighting them and like depleting their numbers back home or hurting them financially or anything like that. Not in vanilla, I don't believe. I know with some of the mods it can be a thing that you start wiping out more and more of their numbers. And it's not that they can't recover at home, it's just like there's an attrition. You can show up to their town later and they struggle to throw anything at you. I don't believe we have any of the mods that do those kind of things. And Beep is absolutely the strongest warrior without question. Okay, so Rual get back up on their own in a minute. Jaywalker's gonna be down for a while. I don't think you can pick anyone up right now. Yeah, your arm is busted. Soul Adams should be able to get back up momentarily. Just give it a minute for everyone to get back up. Who can? Soul Adams is back awake, so I'll have Luxray put you down. She-Wolf might get back up on their own. I don't know. They're on that fence where they might have been so low that they stay unconscious, or maybe not. Recovery coma. Captain Bryce should be okay in just a second. Alright, so everyone's back up and back towards the outpost. Who still has people running back and forth. Do you not have medicine for yourself? It's fine. What are you trying to talk to me? It says following the leader. This heavily implies they're trying to attack me. At the same time, none of them are showing a dialogue box for making announcement. Okay, well, I mean, you're doing a bad job of it right now, so we'll just pretend this isn't happening, and maybe you'll figure yourselves out in a minute. Just everyone running as one big collective group, friend and foe. Said Enoch rolling a 61 tries to be stealthy, but instead loudly announce, "I am now entering stealth mode. Enemies pretend not to notice." Well, it's good that they're being kind about it. You wouldn't want them to, like, not respect the fact that, you know, you're trying to make your accomplishments. Oh, good. A beak thing. Oh, Band of Bones. We got a pair of beak things rolling in. They may or may not see us. Is that a group who's just, like, going to attack our town? We have to be bumping into each other? No. Ah, you don't have that much strength yet. That's the reason why you're still struggling to keep. I was like, you don't look like you're injured. Right, some of our people are still new and don't actually have a lot of strength they've trained up yet. We're getting pretty close to when we're going to switch the game. Like, normally I switch around 11, but right now I'm just trying to get things settled real fast, so at least get them home and the immediate enemies that are in our buildings out, because I'll forget about them. And then once we've done that, then we will get to the point where we put up the vote on what we're going to switch to, because for those who don't know, I do play the stream, do work with the stream where half the stream is one game, half the stream is the second game. So we're getting up to the point where I do my switchover. I don't know what our switchover is going to be. We'll put up a poll, we'll have a vote, and whoever wins will play. That's just kind of the way I've been doing it. There are days I don't put up the poll. There are days, like, especially like if I didn't sleep really well and so I'm like really low energy, I'll be like, alright, we're not playing a game I have to think about. This is what we're going to play. Like, I'll play something like really chill and relaxing. There's other days where it's like, you know what, I'm just really in the mood for this one specific game, so that ends up being what we play. Hey, I brought friends home. They're probably going to beat the crap out of us, but you know, it's probably fine. Right? The Hungry Bandits are still doing laps around here, so that's fine. Why are you running ahead, by the way? Oh, because you're probably triggered to go and do medic. Excuse me? No? They were looting the dead. So what I want to do is force the two different type of bandits group to fight each other. Instead, it seems like every single one of the dust bandits is going to single-handedly target Rual, ignoring literally everything else here. And that's Captain Brody. Buddy, I need you to stop losing limbs. Yeah, so they're stealing a bunch of the meat off of the characters. I actually don't care about that. Yeah, so Rual's gonna probably end up Rual was gonna lose that fight with that many crossbowmen standing back there. Even if Rual had like max defense, that's literally a strategy that players use against the hardest enemies. Is you just have a bunch of people with crossbows in the back just constantly hitting a target to cause them to get stunned again and again. Because no matter how tough your character is, eventually that will cause them to like just get stunned and hit kind of thing very regularly. I don't get why the Hungry Bandits are just doing laps in my buildings. It's not an official raid or whatever. You need to put down that person. Never mind, it's too late. Yeah, so all the meat's getting taken. Not even all of it. The bandits can't quite handle the amount of meat we've collected. Poor Captain Brody. Like I said, people who are doing martial arts tend to be doomed to lose all of their limbs. Quit stealing literally all of my food. Quit like systematically going through my people and stealing my food. I'm hoping I could quickly... Oh, you're not going to be able to go anywhere. I was hoping we could run over to the trade caravan real fast to draw them into the fight. So no one's in any danger out of this group. No one's in danger out of this group. Captain Brody missing an arm. Come on, man. It's totally expected outcome, like a completely expected outcome for people to lose their arm, especially martial arts. No, big thing, no, big thing. No. Keep running, Eunuch. Can you get over here by chance? Cool. Because they'll sell all of that. I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna quickly run over here, and I'm gonna drop that food in the barrel, since for whatever reason they seem to not want to steal from the barrel. I was kind of hoping they would patrol. Cool. I was kind of hoping they would run in and get involved in this. Because right now, that beak thing is probably going to solo every one of those hungry bandits. But the hungry bandits aren't going to leave me alone long enough to recover, so I'm a little worried. So the good news about beak things is they actually will eat until they're full and then they'll walk away, unlike some animals who will eat forever, i.e. bone dogs. So there is the chance that we can actually just kind of deal with this. So I'm hoping that we can just let them fight while everyone else here gets back up. And then deal with whatever's left of the beak thing. Because my money is on that beak thing winning this fight. Because as you can see, 45 of things that have 100 health. That's 3 hits is all it takes to put them down, and it's just systematically wiping out all of them. Can all of your guys just sneak away, laying down, getting some space? Unfortunately, no. A lot of them are still unconscious. And some of them, like a bunch of them are in a recovery coma as well. I can't. They're unconscious. Hey, JD2V0. How's it going? They're actually not doing that bad, the Hungry Bandits. They've been getting lucky and getting a lot of hits on the same spot. Yeah, almost everyone is in recovery coma at this point. We have just a handful who aren't. That's the reason I want this to play out before we get involved. So he's back up now, but I can't really move him without getting everyone involved. They're trying not to. The good news, I think as long as he's playing dead, he won't trigger getting hit. Yeah. So as long as I don't do anything with Soul Atoms, he's fine. The moment he gets back up and tries anything, he's free game. So you're patrolling? I can live with that. So like I said, the good news about them is once they're full, they won't keep eating people. So there's a very good chance that beak thing already finished its most recent meal, as it were. Alright, so everyone's getting back up. We'll knock out the rest of the Hungry Bandits. We'll patch people up, throw people in beds. Where are you going, Eunuch? I don't know where you're going. Don't chase the beak thing. The beak thing is minding its own business. Let the beak thing do its thing. Poor Captain Brody. Especially since I really don't have money left. Go pick up Jaywalker so they're not way out there. Go pick up Luxray, same thing, as I don't want them way out there where someone could roll in. Move the beds inside to help at all? I don't think having the beds inside, like, we need to build actual beds, but we need cloth for that. I don't believe moving the beds inside or out makes a difference. Not that I particularly tested it. Alright. So what I'll do is while they're recovering, let me go ahead and get the poll going for what we'll be switching the game to when we get to that point. And we'll go from there. So, what are we playing now? And we'll put Farming Simulator 22 on there. We'll put RimWorld on there. Pacific Drive will be on there. Supermarket Simulator can be on there. And I need one more. Let me check my... Oh, we'll put Timberborn on there. Timberborn. Alright, so for those who don't know what's going on, we've got a poll started in the chat. If you do not see the poll, refresh your browser, because that's just a thing that happens. There's nothing on my end I could do to help with it. It's just the way it is that the longer you watch the stream, a lot of that stuff can kind of break. But what we got going on there is Farming Simulator. We have the Survivor Man Challenge. We start at $0 a chainsaw and a dream. We've kind of gotten to the point where things are relatively in good shape. We got our big harvester finally. So we can kind of speed things up there. We've got RimWorld, we've got a run where we're building like a giant library kind of thing, using the unstable 1.5 branch to pursue all that. That isn't like a super sweaty hard difficulty one. We're just kind of testing the new stuff, figuring it out, kind of messing around with it. Pacific Drive, which I kind of describe as like, it's very much leaning towards loot goblining, where you just kind of go into a map, you start grinding up cars and finding things. It's got a really good story to it from what I've seen. The story kind of makes you think of like Subnautica or Hard Space Shipbreaker kind of thing, but mechanically the game is totally different. But you go in, you loot stuff, eventually it goes, oh no, there's a storm, and you gotta like beeline it to get out of there. Like, it's very like PUBG, where like they have like the shrinking circles that it collapses in, and you can stay in like the yellow part of the circle for a decent amount of time with no problem, but the red part is very murdery. We're still pretty early in that one. Supermarket Simulator, you run a grocery store. It feels very much like a less over-the-top silly gas station simulator, but focused on like grocery store, that kind of thing. And then Timberborn is a post-apocalyptic city builder with sentient beavers. We got a run that we started in there yesterday that people seem to be pretty much enjoying, where we did this map that's just these giant lakes that have been kind of interesting navigating the bad water mechanic on those, since it's very hard to separate things out in that situation. But that's a very macro scale project. But you want to vote in there, even if you're like, I'm not sure. We do have a tie between RimWorld and Pacific Drive as being the ones getting pretty much all the votes. No votes for Supermarket or for Farming Simulator, and 1 vote for Timberborn. But whatever wins, we will play. In the case of a draw, I will decide, and that is what it is. If something wins and you go, but it's not what I wanted, and you didn't vote, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Because when you abstain from voting, you are handing over the keys to the vote to other people, and you lose your right to complain about it because you opted to not make your voice heard, so it's no surprising you don't get what you want. Because, I mean, not saying anything is a guaranteed way to not getting what you want. There's so many corpses. Oh, I should be checking these people, shouldn't I? Not because I have loot that I care about, but because there is a chance that one of them will be carrying some of our food. Beep faster? Okay, beep is faster. Beep's gonna do a quick just clicking on the bodies and see if anyone's pops up as obviously having a bunch of stuff. We're not looking to be the most thorough. We're just hoping to strike gold. The answer is no gold. Fair enough. Send our body over here. Yep, no luck. That's fine. It was more likely the dust bandits who took off with the food. So that's fine. Getting this base completed so you can go make money again. Oh yeah, and that's just it. I don't need to get completed. I just need it to be stable enough that we're not dealing with constant threats. I mean, honestly, part of the big issue is even our combat team is spending so much of their time knocked unconscious. But that's because we do have some pretty solid enemies rolling through here. So we'll go ahead and she will pop out and get Luxray in the bed since they're actually unconscious. But yeah, so it's just been rough. Yeah, so it looks like RimWorld is winning out 1 vote ahead of Pacific Drive. So if you want Pacific Drive, you're going to want to vote for it. Time is probably getting pretty low. Yeah, you're down to 30 seconds. We have not been allowing extra points to be used for anything. We used to do that, but I started to notice more and more that you would have a game that like only one person was interested in, and people would just dump points to make it happen. And it ended up being kind of a not great thing in the long run, so kind of stopped that. Alright, so we're getting a bunch of votes in for RimWorld right at the end. It almost feels like a bunch of people wait till the end to do the vote. But yeah, either way, looks like it's going to be solidly in Camp RimWorld. That's fine. Alright, so with that said, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our save here on our Hyver run. But don't worry, if you're someone who's like, wait, why are you switching games? I live, breathe, and sleep RimWorld. I invested in a RimWorld stock, which is a little complicated because there isn't such a thing, so I think someone just took off with my money, but I'm all in on the RimWorld. Don't worry, Rimworld will be back on the channel. It always comes back. So that's just a thing. But it's absolutely just a thing on the channel. I do switch games halfway through the stream, both to keep it fresh and interesting for me, as well as to keep it fresh and interesting for people. Don't you mean Kenshi? Yeah, people, right. Rimworld and Kenshi will be both back. But yeah, so Rimworld did win the poll. Us was going to vote last minute to swing tie voters to Rimworld, then got distracted. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. The votes went very, very heavily with Rimworld. I think that happens a lot. Is people like go, haha, I'm gonna tie it. I've made the comment a number of times. I get the meme between haha, I'm gonna tie the vote, hee hee. But generally, the way that ends up happening is lots of times that people have tried to tie the vote. It means there's like the game that a lot of people were voting for, and then there's this other game that probably shouldn't have gotten that many votes. Gets artificially inflated to make the tie happen, and then that wins. And very genuinely, there's a much smaller number of people actually were interested in seeing it. So it's actively bad for the channel to do that, as much as the meme is a fun meme. So that's just kind of my thought in it. The problem is you can never tell when that's what's going on, or there are a lot of times where what leads to the tie is the people actually aren't interested in the game that is winning, so they're just voting for whatever is the other game that's going, which is totally fine and fair and reasonable. For everyone over on YouTube and TikTok, the stream will be ending for you over there real fast, because there's no switching categories over there and meaningful capacity. Over here on Twitch, we are switching games. It will be back on YouTube and TikTok, but don't forget to like and subscribe on those platforms. Yeah, no, it's the tying meme. It's a fun meme, but it is actually something that does mean you're getting a game people want